Hi, hey, what up, everybody? How you doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Share a Beer 502. Man, it's 502 of these bad boys. Today is going to be slightly different because we're not going to have like Mark here. Mark is not going to be here. He's on vacay and or holiday, and we're not going to have Bum here. So no malt liquor report today. Bum and Billy D is the malt liquor report. So our malt liquor reporter is actually out in the field collecting more reports, more data. So we'll leave him to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna crack open right now. I'm gonna start my warm-up beer, if you will. Hey, what up, man? How you doing, TD? Got a link in the chat. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? Yeah, Rams, that's right, baby, right here. Boom, representing today. Wanted to make sure everybody knew who was second best in the NFL this past season. That's right. Hey, we're making some changes. We've had a key add-on on our defense already. A little dude named Clay Matthews is now a member of the Los Angeles Rams Football Club. Thank you very much. So, yeah, we're going to be right back there contending for the 2019 Super Bowl. That's what it's all about. We got Havana in there. Craft beer will ruin your life. All right, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I am well on my way to self-destruction. Thank you very much. About to drink me a cold one too. Yeah, I am gonna get back to this one here. This is an imported. This is Tusker. For those of you that haven't heard of Tusker, Tusker is an African beer, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is from let me see. Oof, boy. What is it with small print today? I swear. Let me see if I can look this up on Untapped, man. And give us all a little. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot easier. I swear to God. What are they doing to us here, man? You know what I'm saying? This is bananas. All this small print. I bought a bunch of yeah, Jared Goff 16. Absolutely, man. Yeah, Goff is the man. I think Goff is one of, I think he's a fantastic quarterback. Absolutely. But here you go. You can see this is the one I'm drinking right now. 43,000 total ratings on here. 381 in the last 30 days. And this is Kenya Breweries Limited. So this is out of, I assume, Kenya, Africa. Yeah, here you go. 4.2% ABV, 15 IBUs rated, and a 3.1. So this is, a decent light lager. The name Tusker, which is trademarked, by the way, came about as a memorandum following the death of George Hurst, a co-founder of Kenya Breweries Ltd., who was killed by an elephant during a hunting expedition in 1922. The brand has since grown to be EABL's flagship brand. Tusker is brewed from 100% African ingredients that are locally sourced. The barley is from the savannah, and the Masai Mara. The spring water is, oh my God, all these names. I ain't gonna get that down. This is a Kenyan beer. I don't know what you want from me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a pale lager. So, and it looks like from the rating here that it should be a fairly decent light lager. I don't think this is a twist cap though. Let's see, no twist recap here. I am using my 8-bit brewery glass right now. This is a local 8-bit brewery. I think there's others out there as well in other areas, but this one is from right here in Arizona. Oh, Tusker. Yo, Kenya Breweries. Come here, man. There's no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Work on the smoke. If you're going to have a 3-1 rating, just come in a little tighter. Listen, man. Work on the cool factor. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you got to do, put some cool in your beer, man. Let's get this poured. Have a look at it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ken, you got to help me out, Kenya, because we trying to crush Neary over here. He is the king of smoke, you know. So let's see. I got to give it the old tappa because look at all those bubbles in there. Lots and lots of carbonation. Got to get the photo because you know we have people that are watching us, man. You know, and ooh, nice. How you doing? That is a handsome fella right there. Look at that. Yeah. Not a bad looking beer, man. Tons and tons of carbonation. Look at that. Tiny bubbles in my beer. Look at that, man. Nice little one finger head right there. Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
I am going to refrain from that one was I could have said a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But
is it only me and you?
All right. Kind of what you expect in like an imported light lager. It's you know what? It's not as harsh as it doesn't have as much of that grassiness as like a Heineken would. Doesn't have that skunkiness like a Heineken or a what are some of the other more popular kind of European imports light lagers?
Oh, like the that one with the white.
It's actually really good. It's not. You're not going to write home to Mama, dear Mama. I just had one of the best light lagers I've ever had in my life. Goodbye. You're not gonna do that. Hey Tom, what do you say, brother?
What do I say about what? I just got in. I don't know.
I'm not hearing Tom.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Is it me or is it you? I'm not seeing the little green marks either by your name, man. By your box.
Let me. Can you hear me?
Is it me? It could be me. Sometimes it's me. Oh, he's gonna jump back in. Okay. But okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't.
I don't know. I'm not hearing him again. It could be me. Hold on a second, because sometimes that is me, and I'm like all jacked up, and I don't know what the hell happens here. No charge. Let's see. This is what we do in the pre-show. Let me see. Let me see if that works. If I play it over, can I hear you now? Let me see. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Can you guys in the chat hear Tom? Can everybody else give me a heads up, man? Want to make sure I'm not. Indomitian Sue, man. He kind of needs to step up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not hearing Tom.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Let me see. Last week, I had to switch browsers. I wonder if that's it. But I'm not seeing, you know how you usually see the little things there on your, the little green dots? I'm not seeing the green dots when you're talking.
Oh, wait. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Earth says reboot. Is it me, Earth, or who is it?
Yeah, can you hear me?
If you can hear Tom, then I need to reboot. If you can't hear Tom, then Tom needs to reboot.
Then I got a problem.
do 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 do. I don't know what that's how that works, man. Oh, he said he can hear us both.
Interesting.
For some reason, I can't hear Tom. Let me see, man. Let me see. Let me work on some stuff here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Can you hear me now? You can hear me? Can I hear Tom? I can't hear Tom.
No.
Uh-oh.
This sucks.
Huh? I could jump out and jump back on. Let me see. If I do this, can I hear Tom? But then you hear me like twice or something. I'm like in feedback mode here, I think.
Can you hear me?
Still can't hear Tom.
No?
How come I can't hear Tom? What's up with that?
What's up with
Let's
that?
see. I've got a few other things I can do. I can switch browsers again. Let me switch browsers. Let me turn this off. Oh, wait. Let me cancel. Let me switch this part. I have to switch this back, and then I can. Oh, he says Tom isn't on screen on the bottom though, but he can hear him, but he can't see him on the bottom.
So it might be me. Let me
see. And I can see him, but I can't hear him. So.
How about now?
Maybe it's Tom.
Okay.
Something happening with your computer, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll let Tom fix his technical difficulties. I don't think this beer is too old either. I'm not sure if I've had this before. There's some other funny name beers that are actually from that particular area. You've got a White Cap Lager, which is one that I can say. Let me click on that Kenya Brewery Limited. Maybe there's some beers that their top beer is Tusker, and then you've got Tusker Premium Lager. Then you've got White Cap. You got Pilsner Lager, Tusker Light, Balazzi, Tusker Export. Oi, so which one do I got? I've got the Tusker Finest Quality Lager, but this is the imported. What are they kidding me here? You got Tusker Cider. I've got the Tusker Finest Quality Lager. Oh, I think I can hear Tom now. Yep, I can hear you now, man.
Awesome. I was telling some amazing jokes. You didn't hear them.
Oh, bro, yeah, no, save them. Because it's all in the delivery. You don't want to screw it up with, a bad delivery. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
You're like,
exactly.
You don't want to rush it. Now, because sometimes when you told an excellent joke and then nobody heard it, and then you're like, so then there's pressure and you feel a need to like rush it out there,
It's like a remake of a movie. It's like the second movie that comes out. They try to make it the same and it doesn't come out the same, and everyone's pissed off.
On Seinfeld, there was a whole thing on they were Jerry was kind of like, what's the big deal about waiting on a movie? Like, why do I have to wait to see a movie? You remember that him and George were talking, and they were like, why do people wait to see a movie with someone else? Well, the problem is that, okay, maybe an action movie, okay, you can go see, like, you can see it. And then if me and you were supposed to see the movie together, I can go see it again with you, no big deal, right? An action movie, scary movies, kind of borderline, okay. Comedy? You're not going to like, oh, ha, 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 again, right?
Yeah.
A comedy is that first reaction, right? The second time, you're like, oh, dude, here it comes.
Yeah.
And not only is it killed for you, but you're killing it for the dude that you're elbowing, right?
I think it's all about like that first experience with anybody. Like if you want to experience that with somebody, you both get in that first initial reaction that unexpected reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, the comedies are you kind of do have to wait for like if the whole intention is to go see a movie with somebody, you can't just go see a good comedy and then go, yeah, I already seen it, but I'll go with you too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no, dude, you suck. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, go Rams.
You know, yeah, go Rams, absolutely. This is the second best team in the NFL right now, Brady. Boom.
Hey, if they came out and played a better ball game in that Super Bowl, it would have been a different story. They played like crap.
I have to say, man, this and this one's still. They have a date on here of they actually have a few dates on here. I don't know what the hell's going on with this company. They have June 17th and June 16th.
Hey Joe, can I say something?
Oh no. Okay, yeah. No, I get it. But wait. Yeah, I still don't get what's happening here. This is a beer that I had for a while. I've had for a little while, but I don't know if it's June 2016 or June 2017. I don't quite know what that means because look at it for yourself because there it is.
Oh yeah.
They got a bunch of numbers, and they've got two different. Is it like okay, pick whatever is good for you?
It's almost one of those beers that if you're like when you get it, it should be within the year. They almost treat it as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey Joe.
It's not.
My mind's kind of blown right now.
Uh-oh.
Wendy's is doing frosty chinos.
Oh, really?
Frosty ice cream chinos, like a frosty cappuccino.
Oh, okay. We got to look this up, baby.
Do you like Frosties? I love Frosties. It has to hit me on the right day, but a nice Frosty with like fries or something like that on a special occasion.
I don't have nothing against Frosties. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a fish sandwich. Like I gotta really be in the mood. I don't hate fish sandwiches, but if I'm not in the mood, then I ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like okay, Frosties are the same way because I can be in the mood for a shake. It's always been my issue with Frosties from Wendy's because I'm like, okay, I'm in the mood for a shake, but a Frosty, I'm like,
yes,
you know. I'm like, so I have to be, and it's funny because I had Wendy's twice this past week. That was kind of funny that you shared that.
They send these things to the house. Like, what the heck? These are like get fat cards.
Oh yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I remember the McDonald's and the Burger King. I used to get two. I used to get 2 Whoppers, buy one get one free, and take them both out myself. Because it's like, why not? One in room.
Now these are the
it looks like they have
these are the, and I did go to, like I said, I went to Wendy's. I so happened to go to Wendy's twice this past week, and I haven't been to Wendy's in a little bit, and I happened to go twice. I have not had that cod sandwich. This is their like on the main website for Wendy's. These are the things that say new are when you go to the store. Do you call stores or restaurants? I have a hard time calling fast food like a restaurant. No, but I guess it is. I mean, they're serving food there. It's, you order food anyway. But barbecue cheeseburger is a new one. This Swasem bacon cheeseburger is another one. This peppercorn mushroom melt, and then they've got new drinks: tropical berry lemonade, wild berry and peach lemonade.
They're showing a breakfast baconator, and it has like the like those fries that KFC has, those wedges.
Oh yeah.
I never usually get breakfast from like fast food restaurants, but Taco Bell. You ever had the Taco Bell like wrap? Now, you ever had the what the heck is it? The hell is it? The flat one. They wrap it all around, and it's like.
And it's like folded over or something, right?
Yeah.
Like in a triangle or something. Yeah.
This one with sausage with the hash brown. Oh Jesus.
Oh, look at here's Wendy's breakfast. Have you had Wendy's breakfast? Look at this.
I've literally never had Wendy's breakfast in my life.
Here's Wendy's breakfast. I have not. I have only. Okay. There was one time during the Balloon Fiesta when I was still in Albuquerque moons ago. And I remember as a promotional thing, they did breakfast at the Wendy's that were by the Balloon Fiesta.
Wait, did you go to that? The what is it? The balloons? It's like the biggest festival in the world.
Oh yeah, the biggest balloon fiesta in the
You
world.
went to
Yeah,
that?
absolutely.
Because I remember
Well, you could
when I
when
used to
you're
work.
living in Albuquerque, you can hardly not go to it because the reason why, even if you're not at the actual balloon fiesta grounds, the balloons are flying all. I mean, when you've got 700 to 800 balloons, you can hardly get away from it. Like, they're all over the place. It's incredible to see. But in any case, they were serving breakfast, and I have had it was a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich or something like that from Wendy's breakfast. But that was moons ago already.
Oh man, a nice croissant with some. Oh yeah, dude, sausage, egg, and cheese. Would it like? Do you guys have Dunkin' Donuts down there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Nice sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant. Oh Jesus, shoot me right in the heart.
What? So that was the Wendy's frosty.
Frosty Chino. I just thought it was weird. I mean, it looks weird, but it looks cool at the same time. It'll probably put you on the toilet for the next half hour, but
Frostachinos, yeah, Wendy's. Oh, wait. Back up. Yeah, frosted. No, not yeah, Frostachinos. Yeah. Come
no
on,
mark,
Google.
no Mark or Bum this week.
No Mark or Bum this week. They are currently sharing beers together right now.
Oh
Yeah, baby.
yeah, you know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't want that on camera. Just say, you know.
they're in the same glass.
Yeah, they don't want none of that on camera recorded forever. So, they're sharing some brotherly love
They're looking
together
deep
right now.
into each other's eyes.
Yeah, they're sitting across from the table. Oh, tell me more about my beer.
One of those small little circle tables you can barely fit one person on. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, they I don't man, this is weird. New maybe I should type, let me see. I want to find this on here. Let me see.
I know I haven't said it, but I recently got a job at the Postal Service.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I've been there for about 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Oh, right on, man. So what are you doing there? Are you a casual or what are you doing?
I'm a CCA, so I'm in my 90-day. Like I'm within the first 90 days. They want to make sure that you're progressing, and once you get past that 90 days, you're basically good. But I'm a CCA, so
Okay.
I don't have my own route, so I jump routes. Like I take pieces and the whole 9 yards
Yeah,
until
yeah.
I route. But it's not a bad gig. It pays well. It's bi-weekly pay, which it kind of sucks, but I mean it is what it is. I don't mind it. It's a good job.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way a lot of people get paid, right?
Yeah, I've never been paid
And,
bi-weekly. It's a different lifestyle.
oh yeah, and there's also a lot of people that get paid monthly, which
Dude,
is
I was talking to somebody. What country were they from? Denmark. I was at the bar and I was talking to some guy from Denmark, and he's like, "Yeah, we get paid monthly." I was like, "You gotta be, that's crazy, absolutely crazy."
well, all our management. Actually, one thing about management at a lot of jobs is they get paid monthly. Salaried employees often get paid monthly. Some salary employees get paid bi-monthly or what do they call it? Bi-weekly, twice a
Yeah,
month. But a lot of salaried employees get paid monthly.
yeah, it's crazy.
What the people that do get paid monthly like about it is what can suck. I can tell you right now what can suck, because I've seen a lot of our new management when they might start on literally right at the worst time possible, because they just got paid. So you gotta wait like damn near a month and a half before you get a check again. You know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes that falls when you started a job and they just got paid, so you gotta wait, you know. But you know, once you get in the cycle of getting paid monthly, what I've always heard, at least from my management, I worked with these cats for 20 years, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy to pay your bills. So you get paid, you pay your bills, and then what you have left is what you got left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as you stay on your budget, then you're good. Your bills are always paid, sort of thing. So you just pay your bills when you get paid, and you can stay really current. And so that's the way, that's what the people that I know like about it, you know. And then what you got left for, so it keeps you on point.
You have all your money for everything when you need it.
Yeah.
Well, you get your money when you need it, but you don't get your money when you want it.
Right. So you got to really stick to your budget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay Vega says Havana smoked a paycheck.
Hey, you can easily do
that. He says I drank some weed beer yesterday. It was horrible.
Was it hemp?
Man, you know what? We got so many of those places with the I need to change that. That's my alarm for when the show used to start, prior to you guys changing time. Hello. But that was my half-hour alarm for the show started. In any case, we've got so many I'm losing the name for them all of a sudden, the weed shops, not distilleries, the dispensaries. We've got so many dispensaries now here in Phoenix, or you know, just in Arizona in general, but in Phoenix, they're all over. We've got now discount dispensaries now. We've got a chain, bro. These things are beyond like just individual dispensaries. We've got chains of these dispensaries now, and there's now chain. I've seen billboards, because they've got billboards all over the place. Billboards for discount dispensaries. We've got the best price in town. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing about Massachusetts compared to that is we can only have a certain amount per every county. So it's like they literally like you have to like go through all this bullshit. I think we can only have like 12 per county, something like that.
Oh,
crazy crap.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, you know, there's apps for these things. So like a Yelp for dispensaries, if you will. So you download the app and it'll tell you where your nearest dispensary is. And I don't know if it tells you what they've got or whatever. You know, what might be good for I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? All those technicals, all those details I don't got, but all I know is from what I actually see when I'm driving by or whatever the case may be. It is crazy, man. You know, there's billboards everywhere. You even start to recognize the brands. You know what I'm saying? Because they've got brands. It's crazy. And we're not even Colorado or California, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy how like 5 years ago it was so like taboo. Now it's just everywhere. It's just like it's just
everywhere.
People just walk in, buy weed, and go on with their day. They tax the shit out of it. I think in my area it's 20%. But hey, at least when the thing about it is when people are going into these shops, at least they know they're getting something of quality because they're all tested. It's not like you're buying it from Joe Blow down the street that you don't know where it's from. At least these people are getting something of quality, which is good.
Yeah. And it's not some dude going, and it's good. You know, like
hey, Joe, I got that fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Jay Vegas says they sell dime bags for $8.
Some of that downtown brown.
I mean, he said that's where you buy the Mexican brick pack.
Yeah, that's down right there. That's the stuff that
Yeah, I have no idea about this stuff. All I do know is that there's people now getting popped, and popped by not just pop, they're getting arrested because they're smoking hemp and not necessarily weed, right? And so right now what's happening is these people are getting popped on drug tests, and because it doesn't, like the drug tests that are out right now, the majority of them don't necessarily tell the difference between THC and like hemp. You know, there's a lot of people just smoking hemp that doesn't necessarily have a lot of THC in it, right?
Well,
you
mean CBD.
CBD, whatever it is, right? But this is what I just heard coming out of California, because I listen to a lot of California podcasts, right? News podcasts. And so they're calling for more stringent testing. You know what I'm saying? Better testing, in other words, because it's something to tell the difference, or at least the levels of actual THC. Like, it's not, the tests that are out right now aren't detailed enough. So it's kind of crazy that all that stuff is happening. Whoa, look who we got in here.
Hey.
He pulled himself away from Billy D long enough to join the show.
We're back.
We can't hear. I can't hear him. Can you hear him, Tom?
No, wait a minute.
I can hear Mark.
Hear me? Hang on.
Mark, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear Mark. He can hear me.
No, hang on.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
is that better?
I can't hear Mark.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Probably know you guys.
Oh, let's
All
see.
right. Hang on. There's Bum.
All right.
There I am.
All right. Bum, can you hear Joe?
Can you hear me, Bum?
I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. All
right.
good.
Can anybody hear me?
Go.
Can Joe hear me?
Yeah, Eddie says he can hear you.
Okay. Well, too bad, Joe, if you can't.
It took a while for me to hear Tom too, and I'm not seeing your guys' little green things on the side of your window.
You can't hear me, Joe? No here? No here?
I can see Mark's. Mark says it's going up and down.
Yeah, I can see Mark's little green things going up and down when he talks.
Mark.
Yeah, my green thing going up and down.
Jay Vega says Mark was drinking malt liquor in his closet.
No, actually, Mark was just given a malt liquor by me though.
Maybe I should switch browsers. I could switch browsers real quick. We always have this problem with me.
You know how they have those little 6-ounce cans?
Yeah. So everybody can hear me except Joe, huh? All right.
Yeah.
I can switch browsers real quick. I'll switch browsers. I'll be back.
All right.
Sounds good, man.
So, Mark, how did you beat me? I mean, I've been home for maybe about 15 minutes, but I still didn't think you'd be getting. What's that?
I've been home for about 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It only took like 12 minutes to get back. Yeah.
Mark
Okay.
flies on the highway.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is my childhood bedroom right here. Isn't that exciting? Yes.
Excellent. The acoustics must be excellent in that room.
There they are. It's awesome. I was just admiring.
Oh wow! I've never seen that one before.
Iron City makes that, Tom.
All you need to know, Tom, is it says the world knows no finer.
Yeah,
that'll be next week. That'll be next week, maybe.
Believe it or not, I know this is kind of like I'm being redundant, but it's Iron City's budget brand.
Yeah. Thanks for setting the stage there.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Hey.
All right. Long time no see.
Yeah, like half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Love how you guys are both standing up.
How's it going?
We all got back from Duke's and popped in here.
Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
babe.
Come here, Derek.
Everyone have a good week.
Yeah.
Come here.
Hey, there's D-Man. Hey, Derek.
There's D-Man.
Hey.
Hi, Derek. I'm sure you remember me.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mr. Bum. That's Mr. Bum. Hey, Mr. Bum.
I didn't realize until after you guys left how much pizza you left behind. I almost ate it. I was tempted to.
Whoa, I had pizza today. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Pizza's so good, man.
Derek ate almost half the pizza by himself.
Yeah.
Hold on. Nice pie.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong.
There we go.
Joe.
Go. Can you hear us?
Now
Joe?
we're good.
There's milk.
Okay. Now I can hear you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Hi, Joe.
Hey, how you doing, man? How's it going there, Paul?
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
man.
we have Paul
Hello,
Jr.
Ray.
there. All
Hi.
right.
Yep.
Man, the realism on that Muppet is really good, Paul.
Isn't it? Like,
That is. Man, you're in it. Can you make it talk?
He just got out of the bath.
Say
Yeah.
something. Say something. Say something.
Say malt liquor. Malt liquor.
We don't bite.
He's trying.
Wow, that is incredible stuff, man. I didn't know you were so good.
He's a ventriloquist over there.
I've got to make my money somehow.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And you never even saw Paul's lips move, did you?
No,
No.
man, he is really skilled. You might have a future in that stuff.
That's funny.
You might be able to quit the day job. So is it? And what's your name, my friend?
Derek.
Derek. All right. Did you have a bath?
Say no. Say no. We don't want to get this whole group going again.
Oh, he had a bath.
He takes showers now.
Oh, he's up to showers. All right. All right, Derek, man. He's up to showers. All right.
Jesus, we're horrible.
So, does he get to have a ginger beer, or is he having a hop water or anything?
Do you like the ginger beer? Did you try that, Derek?
Ginger
No, ginger ale, but
Ginger ale? Yeah, ginger ale.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Go get a ginger ale. You can go get a ginger ale.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There he goes. Okay.
While you're out there, bring Daddy a beer.
Yeah, exactly. Bring Daddy one of those ones from the second shelf. Damn
The
it.
other side.
Yeah.
Can I have a pale ale?
Yeah, he forgot to say.
Okay. He's bringing me one. Don't worry. He knows.
Yeah, you get one.
Yeah,
get one for your daddy on the second
Yeah,
shelf there,
he's
boy.
properly trained.
This is why I stock the kids stuff and the adult stuff in the same beverage cooler because they can get it real easily.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's
Show me. Okay, here we go. See, Sierra got a pale ale, so he got me.
nice.
Excellent choice, Derek.
Excellent
Yeah.
choice.
And ginger ale.
Dry. So what do you have? Sprite. Okay, you can have Sprite. Go get yourself a cup. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I actually did say that. Like, I think the hop water was actually a great idea. Because it gives like the kid a chance to feel like, like, hey, yeah, I'm having a pint with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good. And we have Eddie in the chat room right now. Eddie's.
I see that
about Derek's age.
Yeah, if not physically. Yeah.
He's a pretty good kid. Thank you, Eddie, for jumping in again. He's a gamer. Plays what's that popular game right now? The Fortnite. Yes, big Fortnite player.
Oh, Fortnite. Oh my gosh.
I have not even seen Fortnite. I have not.
No, me neither.
Played
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Big in Realm Royale.
Derek, do you do the dance from Fortnite?
No.
You don't. Do
There's
that?
a Fortnite dance.
Oh, what's it called? Is that the floss?
Yeah.
The floss.
The floss. So
You don't know about the floss? Something like I don't know something.
That's pretty good, Mark. I mean, sorry, Paul.
I'm sorry. I have better moves than Mark. So yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So what? I don't know about this floss. What's the floss? I need to.
You can do it, Derek, can't you?
No.
No.
The dance you do when you get rid of an enemy or something.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a strange. Jessica can do it, but she's going to bed, so I'm not asking her to come down.
Oh wow, yeah, no, I haven't. Here's a little floss tutorial
Okay, good.
from right from the YouTube.
Jesus. Fortnite.
You need pour yourself another beer, Tom.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
There it is. Yep,
Yeah,
there it is.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby. They
Oh, KBS.
Yeah.
Good choice.
they call
They
that.
get pretty greedy on their prices.
So that's the. I think I have seen it. I just didn't know it had a name or whatever.
You didn't know it was so famous. Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it right here, live on Share Beer.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I had
Oh no.
idea.
Okay, hold on.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, so that was basically it, right?
Yeah.
That was the floss.
There's a lawsuit going on right now.
Yeah.
Saying that he invented it, but years before it was actually around.
Who's saying that?
Backpack Kid.
Backpack Kid.
Like what Fortnite does is like there's a lot of people. There's like there's a lot of loopholes. So there's a lot of people that create dances, and they really don't have ownership of those dances. And Fortnite will kind of like take those dances. It's if you look into it, it's like there's like 3 or 4 of them that like people are suing them for it.
I didn't realize dances could be trademarked.
Now Eddie says he can do the flood.
What's the flood?
I'm
we want to know
what the flood is. Yeah.
He says he can do the flood. Jay Vegas says they also do the Carlton. I have no idea.
Oh, didn't he sue or something for the?
He did sue. Yeah, he did sue because they were doing. Yeah.
There's they have so many lawsuits going on.
Yeah.
Flood Fortnite. Let me see. I'm getting blown away right now. This is
I think a flood.
Don't get too into it because then we won't ever see you again because that's what seems to happen.
Yeah, all you'd be doing is playing Fortnite.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Fortnite? Is that's a
and listening to cassettes.
That's the latest addiction.
No, I've got enough from listening cassettes, man. Let me tell you, I listen to way too much music. Let me see. So is it a dance, Eddie? Is that a dance? The flood dance? Is that what's happening here? Yeah, apparently flood dance. How you like that? Boom. There's a flood. That sounds like porn music to me. I don't know what's going to happen here. What? Jane Creations, yeah.
Little Barry White in the background.
Yeah, how you doing? So here we go.
It's a little different.
It's Swan Lake.
It looks like the Olympics. I don't know if that's an actual.
Oh, floss. Oh, he said he meant floss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm.
That's not a Fortnite dance.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, this. Yeah, floss.
No, floss, flood, same thing.
Yeah, it's all in the same family there. So, how you guys doing with the meetup, man? Tell me, update me on the latest there. Where you at there, Mark?
I'm back at home base. Paul's back at home base, and Bum's back at home base. But virtually just minutes ago, we were all meeting up at Duke's Upper Deck in beautiful Homestead, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Oh.
We had tasty beer and tasty food.
By an old Eaton Park.
Yes, by an old Eaton Park. That's right there.
Joe and Tom on here will have no idea what that means, Derek. When we say Eaton Park, they have no, because there's no Eaton Parks where they live at.
Yes, I was at an Eaton Park yesterday, Derek.
Wait, what's an Eaton Park?
Grandma and Grandpa took us to Eaton Park when we got in on the airport.
It's like a local Denny's, basically.
Yeah.
Local Denny's.
It's like a local Denny's. Yeah.
Their mascot is a cookie that has a smiley face on it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Smiley cookies. Yep.
Smiley cookies. Yep.
So is it like an eating park? That is it literally spelled like that, or
EATN
hyphen or I'm sorry, apostrophe N apostrophe
PARK.
Park. I think that's how to spell park.
Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been around forever. How long have they been
That's
around?
probably the best description. It's like a regional Denny's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think they used to bring your food out to you. I think.
Yeah, they did. That location by our house, by the house, we used to have a car hop stand.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Since we showed the last Pittsburgh restaurants, I get that in my feed for every damn thing now. Every advertisement.
Yeah.
So I expect. Okay, boom. What was I talking about? What is it about the tuna fish sandwiches on the East Coast? I swear to God, there's something about tuna fish on the East Coast. It is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like tuna fish. And you know what? Like anybody can make tuna fish, right? Anywhere you're at, I don't care. You can make tuna fish. Forget about it. It's better over there. I don't know what it is. It's just better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's any fresher. I think it comes out of the same can. It's just, I mean, whatever's in the mayo. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there, but it's different. It's better. Trust me.
You ever eat this tuna? Get it, dude. It's delicioso.
Oh,
It's from Portugal.
Uh-huh.
Conservia.
Oh,
it's so good. Just saying.
Oh, wow. I was talking, I did this by accident too. I was having that same sort of rant about tuna on the East Coast because my memories of Philly are of these fantastic sandwiches. Like Philly to me has some of the best food, just blue collar food in general. Just in my experience, right? Whatever the sample size is, and tons of really good tuna fish sandwiches. You can make 3 of them out of. You know what I'm saying? And so this guy thought I was really into tuna fish. I'm really, I like tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? So he brought me fresh tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I jarred this myself. Here, have it, try it. I was like, yeah, that kicks ass, but I can't get it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I admit that's way in the hell better than Starkist. But guess what? I can get Starkist anywhere, man. Hey, that's cool, man. Eaton Park. So the prices look good. Look like average prices for stuff. Ooh, mac and cheese. How's the mac and cheese, man? Tell me one of you guys had mac and cheese, please.
No.
I've not had it at Eaton Park.
No.
No, I haven't either. Yeah.
We did have fries.
The Super Burger. Super Burger combo.
Ooh, Super Burger. Okay, that sounds like something we got to look up.
Exactly, the Super Burger.
Yeah, we got to look up Super Burger.
Nothing really that spectacular about it, but it's good.
It's got a. It's called the Super
in high
Burger.
school, I mean, in high school, you went to Friday nights. You went to Denny's or Eaton Park. That was where you went.
Oh, was that like Happy Days and then like Inspiration Point and that whole thing? Like you went to Eaton Park and then right to Inspiration Point.
Hold that up there again.
Hey, what you got there? Oh, I've
Eaten.
My dad.
Eaten my dad at chest 5.
He literally kicks my butt at chess. I'm not, he's 8 years old and he kicks my butt at chess. I can't do it.
Awesome.
Spend too much time doing this, that's why.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, you're like, that. I have to admit, Derek could probably kick my butt at chess too. You know how long it's been since I've played chess? Wow. What about backgammon?
Like since the last time I played chess, so I'm not surprised.
Is he good at backgammon too? That's another thinking kind of game.
I haven't played that one for a while. Yeah.
It's funny you brought that up, Joe. When we were talking about chess at the table there, I was going to mention backgammon. I've never played it myself, but I have a couple friends who are like backgammon aficionados. I was going to bring it up, but it's funny you brought it up, Joe.
I have right now in my possession a hand carved out of stone chess and backgammon set that I've had since I was probably Derek's age. Yeah.
Nice.
I think most people just know the backgammon board is that weird looking thing underneath the checkerboard.
Yeah, you turn it over and there's this board with lines on it and stuff. What the hell do you do with that? You know? Yeah. Let's what pieces you got up there? Is that the queen?
The queen and the king.
Okay. queen and the king. Yeah.
My dad's the white and I'm the black.
Yeah. Hey, Derek. When you say black, you gotta say it like that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You gotta go low when you say that, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you
Milk that head.
Oh my.
and then you gotta say baby a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just for some
Yeah,
reason. I say baby, yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm the black one, baby. You gotta put baby at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like just whatever you do, just put baby on the end of it.
That's all you need to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So Bum, tell us how the meetup went. Did you guys just meet up today? Are you going to meet up some more? What's on the agenda?
We discussed all that, and we concluded that for this year, unfortunately, as much as we would like to, and as much as we were trying to convince ourselves that we possibly could, it's just not going to be logistically possible, most likely, because both of us have very busy weeks later in the week.
Okay.
This will have to sustain me until next year or the next time that Mark comes back.
Yeah.
It was great meeting up again. I had a blast tonight. I think everybody had fun. It was too quick. It was kind of funny though. It was kind of surreal for me because, I'm a regular Duke's visitor, but I was in a section of Duke's that I don't normally go in, like an upper level. And here I was, and I just realized, I was like, wait a minute, I'm the only non-Cinderson sitting here. So the whole Cinderson family was there, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, one of these things just doesn't belong here. The one way, you probably missed this, you guys.
Was mom and dad there too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. The one waitress who knows me a little bit, she came walking by, and she kind of did a double take when she saw me. And it was like, why are you up here? And who are these people that I've never seen before?
Right. Yeah.
And I told her later on,
explaining to do.
Yeah, I was like, next time I see you, I'll tell you who they were and why I was with them.
Yeah.
Shout out.
This is Jessica, by the way. Before she goes to bed, she wanted to say hi.
Hi, Jessica. How you doing? Aren't you beautiful? Look at you. I like your haircut.
She just got it done, so that's very nice, huh?
Joe made her blush.
Hi again, Jessica. Hello again.
Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Mark, what did Mom and Dad tell you before you left for the meetup?
Oh, don't drink too much. Yeah.
And as you can see, he did. No, he didn't.
Now, what exactly does not drink too much mean?
Does 10 half-gallon beers count as drinking too much? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, what does that actually mean? We don't know what that means.
No, that's a relative term.
Bye, Jess and Derek. We'll see you guys.
That could have like 50 different meanings.
Yeah,
we never really quite know what that means, right? What does that mean?
That's a movable term. It just
that's
Yes. Oh,
Say, what do you mean? What is
and why is it like mom and dad's always trying to tell us what to do? You're like, I think I'm grown now.
It's like, hello, I'm 54. I think
I'm 54. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm 54. I'm a man.
no matter what age you're
that's just their job.
I mean, no matter what, you're always the baby, right?
That's right,
You know what I'm saying? Like my mom jumps in and she still calls me Joey. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way that works. You can't get away from it. That's your mama. You know what I'm saying? They make yeah, you're still Joey. You know what I'm saying?
Little Joey.
Yeah, little Joey. Yeah, little Joey. My strong boy. He's my strong boy, Joey. Oh, I think you're strong. My mama said I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? That's the way
as opposed to you yourself, Joe, when you refer to little Joey, you're making a whole different reference.
That's a whole different reference, yeah. A very different reference, yeah. And you just hope little Joey ain't got a bobblehead.
Kids are out of the room. Good.
Yeah, I know. I waved to them goodbye, so I'm
Where-
hoping they.
Wait, where's Paul's wife at? Because she was asking me earlier tonight. So what do you guys actually talk about on the show? Get her in here. She'll hear what we talk about.
Yeah,
This is why I'm in the basement.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just stays in the basement. He's like, "That's my home." Yeah, that is my home. So how long did you guys get to meet up? Paul, did you guys get to meet up at least for a couple hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there for a couple hours. Yeah.
Okay.
I met up
Mark
with
and
Mark
Bob were together a little longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I met up with Mark about 3:00, and Paul and his family joined us an hour later.
Yeah,
and we were there 2 more hours.
Yeah, that was good.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
fun time.
That's awesome, man. Mark. I mean, Bum. Sorry, that's his stage name. Bum. Sorry.
Mhm.
Uh,
No, Derek and Jessica called him Mr. Bum. Mr.
Yeah,
Bum.
Bum.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but last time I was in the presence of a couple of handsome Cindersons, there was a lot of oil involved in,
That's just how we roll.
yeah, there was a oil involved in some kind of big metal pole, and I don't know, was there any metal poles involved in oil and?
Not that we care to talk about.
Not that he
yeah.
knew. Not that he
Yeah.
knew about. Not
Yeah,
that he knew
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I understand how that wink.
Mhm.
Yeah. That will not be in the next malt liquor report, I assume.
No.
No.
Hey, Ryan Bell, thank you, man, for the compliment in there. I appreciate it. I see you, man. That's awesome, though, man. I absolutely love that you guys were able to meet up. Bum, one of the things that I tried to do is when Mark had told me about his visit over there, I was trying to jump in there, but it just didn't quite work out financially for me. So I was like, damn it, I just
That would have been great, but there's always next time next year, Joe.
Yeah. There's other times. So yeah, right now I've got I don't know, this much stuff happening. So so it's,
Welcome to life.
It was yes, it was an honor for me to be at least a one-day only adopted member of the Cinderson family.
There you go.
Oh, it was awesome. It was great. It's always fun to meet up with fellow sharebearers, and Bum is a treat. It was a good time.
So what kind of beers did you have, man?
Oh,
Go ahead, guys.
Oh, well, had Get Down Brown.
Ooh,
by
that's from Reuben's Brewery, Four Seasons, and that's what I drank the entire time there.
Oh gosh, the collaboration one. I forget the name, but it was so good.
That's I drank it out of the can on the show a few weeks ago, Joe. That's the Two Roads and Evil Twin. The scooter,
selfie something.
I remember liking or toasting one of them at least.
There's peanut butter stout from Hitchhiker.
Yeah, Pam had a peanut butter stout from Hitchhiker. That was a good one. Oh, it was really, really good. That was a big one too.
Yeah,
it was like 11%.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't
and
see
then,
that?
okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, I had that one. The collaborate. Yep,
and,
the Stranger Than Fiction Porter. I did have that.
Oh, the Two Evil. So you got the Saigon scooter
selfie.
Yeah, Saigon scooter selfie. That was really good. Really tasty.
Yeah. Let me show people at least Mark's check-in, at least in that way. They know what I'm talking about, and I'm not just Yeah. So these were Mark's check-ins at least, and then we can go to. And then of course I chimed in here, Dukes, like that. That's what that actually reads out to, Dukes, like that. Yeah.
It was the Dukes. It was the Dukes. What line's that from? Movie reference.
And look at that. That's the Share Beer glass right there too.
Share Beer glass. Yeah.
How many beers on tap over there?
I got like 40.
Do they
Nice.
really? Wow.
Yeah, it's between 40 and 50. There's always
Yeah,
like about
they do a good job.
five ciders.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's
glass.
hard to find a good. It's hard to find a good place that actually cleans their lines.
Yeah,
And
he does that, and he moves and he switches stuff around and moves. Yeah,
they pride themselves.
Mhm.
Bubba is a great manager there. He's a
Mhm.
beer fan himself. He takes the extra effort to make sure things are right there.
now that's
And,
sandwich, Joe.
Yeah.
That was the Polish hammer. So the Polish hammer,
Yeah.
kielbasa, pierogies, and sauerkraut and cheese on a roll.
Oh.
The sour,
Good stuff.
nice little kick in there. I like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
might have even ate that with the sauerkraut. I might have went in Rome sort
Yeah.
of deal.
That was good. Really, really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when in Rome, I'm not a sauerkraut guy at all,
me
but
neither. I'm not either.
sometimes, while you're on vacay and, having a few beers,
Mhm.
the next thing you know, you're kind of talked into a little something.
Things
You're-
taste
what
good.
was the name of that again, Mark?
The Polish hammer.
Yeah, next thing you know, you got a Polish hammer in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
That's great.
Is that it? Excuse me, sir. You still got some of that sauerkraut on your chin. Just saying.
You got your mouth around the good link of kielbasa. And you're just
Yeah.
like that.
That's like, so hey, you know what, man? I am so happy that you guys actually did get to meet up. We talk about it, these moments when we have these chances to meet up and everything lines up. That's fantastic, man. I'm glad you guys got to
that was
actually got to click glasses and face to face share a beer, because it's awesome. The guys that have met up, there's been different groups and different times, and it's fantastic. We talk about it forever. It's great.
Yeah, and I obviously met these two guys last year at this time, and that's when we collaborated, did the show together at Duke's on their party room. And as fun as that was, and it was an absolute blast, it was even more fun time today just meeting up with everybody's family, Pam and Kate and the two kids.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, great time.
Yeah, good time.
And did Pam
Bum
get?
was nice enough. Bum was nice enough to give me some fine beers, which I will reveal next week, perhaps. Yes. I did a quick preview before you popped on, Bum, of the world knows no finer. That's all they know.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You did a preview of that already. You're trying to see if it was as good as you remember.
All they know is that the world knows no finer.
Pittsburgh Brewing Company, huh?
Yeah, that comes from Mark's bad beer pack that I gave him. I gave him a good beer pack.
And he gave me a good beer pack too. So
yeah.
And is the coaster in that one, Bum?
The coaster is in the good beer pack.
The good beer. Oh, yes, it is. All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Old-time wrestling fans out there, you might know.
I think one of the bad beer packs is going to be premiered with a coaster from the good beer pack, and a combination that Bum knows what'll happen.
Yes, I know it. I know of what you speak of.
Look for that next Saturday.
You see that, Tom? They got secrets now.
That's a tease. That's a tease. That's what we call tease in the business.
Yeah.
In the business, that's right. Yeah, whatever that business is, who knows what the hell.
And actually, Mark, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't the Polish hammer factor into that? Wasn't that an Ivan Putski finishing move, the Polish hammer?
It was.
Too bad you cannot drink the beer in that glass with that coaster while eating a Polish hammer.
We've got to make a Polish hammer next week.
Yeah,
an old WWF
hammer in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And his name is Ivan.
We call it Ivan. You call it something else, but it's just Ivan. Yeah.
Well,
So, it was awesome. It was a great time. Looking forward to the next meetup. I'm sure it will be, whenever we get up here to Pittsburgh and get together with Bum.
Let me know. I'm always game.
Yeah.
Game, GAME. Not that there's anything wrong with the other thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that, right? Yeah. I tell you that the next meetup that is going to happen is in September in Denver. So if anybody is down to meet up in Denver with me, Mark, and Zach, let's make that happen, man. I mean,
What days are you
that first weekend in September,
like the 5th, 6th, and 7th of September.
Yeah.
Is that Sunday, Monday? What is that like a?
No Monday involved. Just Friday, Saturday, and
Saturday, yeah.
evening
Friday,
Sunday.
Saturday, yeah.
Friday, Saturday being the main, yeah.
Audio geekery during the day, craft beer in the afternoon and evening.
You guys got to come to Boston at some point.
Yeah, possibly. I would like to actually. I would like to have another meetup.
Miles from Boston. I love going to Boston. Boston's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been to Boston in quite some time as well. I would like to kind of have a meetup in the Midwest somewhere, possibly like even Minneapolis, man. Meet up there and meet up with the giant up there.
That would be nice, actually.
Because I haven't been to the Twin Cities in quite some time. And actually, with that said, I'll be traveling to Dallas more now that I have family there. So Dallas is also a possibility if it's not that expensive for me to fly there. So if someone's going to be traveling to Dallas, you're going to be there at a specific time. Let me know, because I can fly there. I don't live there, but I got some family there that I kind of know a little bit. and I can darn sure travel there. You know what I'm saying? So that's also a possibility. So a lot of things could be bumping off in Dallas, as they say. So definitely making some connections there already, knowing that family's there now. So
Speaking of family, I gotta go join my family. Bum, always a pleasure, sir. We'll see you next week,
sir.
Yes, and stay tuned for great bad beer in a great glass with a good coaster. That's all I gotta say.
And I didn't get any emails from anybody wanting this swag that I have here, so that is still up for grabs. If anybody would like to enter the Share Beer sweepstakes, just let me know via email, man, and we'll send that out. Thank you to Paul, Mark, Bum. I don't know if you're jumping out as well. And thank you to the Little Cindersons. Thank you to the Little Cindersons, Jessica and Derek. Thank you. Beautiful haircut, Jessica, once again. Beautiful kids, Paul. Great job, man.
How'd that work? I don't know.
Yeah, how'd that work out, man? Yeah. Who is the daddy anyway?
They're great kids. Lots of fun. That's for
Is there
sure.
a DNA test in there? But yeah, great looking family. You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate when the kids jump on, man. It's an absolute treat, man.
Yeah.
It's an absolute treat. I do appreciate that. So if you guys got to jump out, man, have at it. This is your cue. We'll see you, man.
See ya next week, man. Gentlemen.
Yeah,
right.
gentlemen. Yeah.
Bye. Gentlemen, until I turn this off. And then you guys just do whatever you want. That's okay. Mom approved.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, Mom. Bye, Mom. See ya.
Right. See you, Pam. Bye.
Yeah, I'll stick around a while. I'm actually on vacation now, so I have no technical deadline. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that works. Hell yeah, that works for us, man. I have some stories that I can show. I assume no malt liquor report. This was totally unscheduled now.
Yeah, that's fine. It would have been as sparse as last week, so no, that's fine. Yeah, that's we can skip that.
Yeah, no problem. Coach says, sorry guys, I'm painting my living room. Boy, is
that a euphemism for something else?
Yeah, is that like the dog ate my homework? What kind of excuse?
Is that like that? I'm laying some pipe?
Yeah, I'm laying pipe. You know what I'm saying?
I'm whitewashing the hallway.
Yeah, I'm whitewashing the hallway. What the hell kind of excuse is that? I'm getting a colonoscopy. What's going on here, man? You know what I'm saying? What kind of excuse is that? Eddie's still there. He says, "Hey." Yeah,
Hey, Eddie.
I appreciate that Eddie's still chiming in there, man. I am now having, and I think I had this either last week or the week before, but the Cano Bliss Tropical IPA from Oscar Blues.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've passed it by countless times.
How is that?
Oh, this is actually really good. 7.2% ABV. I believe I had this either, like I say, last week or the week before, but this is really good.
That's a newer one, right?
Mm-hmm. It's fruity, but still has just a tiny bit of hop bitterness to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's got that nice mix of tropical fruitness, but still has that little bite that you like out of an IPA. But nothing too crazy, nothing overbearing. The alcohol's still really low for 7.2. They've got enough big beers where I think Oscar Blues kind of knows what they're doing with the alcohol part of it. They can really hide it, or they can put it out there in your face. I mean, they can do that as well. So Paul's been regulated to the chat now. He's on restriction. He's grounded. He's he's been grounded now. He can only stay in the chat. Yeah, he can only stay in his own yard.
He was banished to the basement. Now he can't even get on camera in the basement.
Yeah, that's it. No, those boys ain't no good. You got to stay in your own. Did you ever have that friend when you was a kid? You know what I'm saying? And he could play with you, but you had to play in his yard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had that friend? Like, he was always constantly grounded. You know what I'm saying? And all the other kids in the neighborhood wasn't no damn good, and you were the only one that the parents trusted that they could play with. I had one of those friends. You know, so yeah, he had to stay in his own yard. I remember those are my memories of that poor kid. In any case, hey, salute in case he's out there watching these days. Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? He said, Jay Vegas says I was that friend.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, he probably was too. Yeah, and he says, "Oh, I didn't know that existed."
And did you see Vega's earlier comment? 2 comments up. Above Paul's comment.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's actually calling my bluff. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out to everybody. Oh, Eddie says me and Farm are friends.
Oh, okay. It's all making sense now.
Yeah, it's all making sense. So is that Farm Boy's Chad's neighbor maybe, or Chad's buddy? Chase. I'm sorry, Chase's buddy, or yeah, Chase is a good friend of the show. Now I like Chase and his wife. They're a riot. They're great together, man. Those two are great together. You know, there's some people that they just like get along. They're like Laurel and Hardy. Hey, wait a minute. Did anybody see that Laurel and Hardy movie?
No, you know what, Joe? I've been wanting to go see it. What's it called? Stan and Ollie. I wanted to see it. I actually, Laurel and Hardy's one of my hundreds of geek things, and I had read numerous reviews on it from people, not just random movie reviewers, people who I read often and who are fans of that stuff. I've read a lot of conflicting things. I've read good stuff, good things and bad things about it. And I will see it eventually. Probably not in theaters.
What are some of the bad things that you've heard about it? I'm interested. I've seen it.
The bad review that I read, and it was from somebody whose very knowledgeable, very intelligent, and I usually agree with a lot of the stuff he writes, as long as he doesn't get too political. He felt that there was too much negativity in the movie, and there was too much focused on how, like, it focused on them making this big comeback, and you have to have that when you have a movie. You have to have some dramatic license taken. Laurel and Hardy never really totally disappeared. They went through some down stuff in the 40s, and then their big comeback was in the early 50s, which I guess is what that movie focuses on, and when they were touring Britain. And it also makes it sound like they like split up for a while, I believe. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. And that never happened. They had some low points in their career, but never as low as the movie made it out to be. Like I said, I know you have to take dramatic license so you can allow for the big triumphant comeback to make the story in the movie, more interesting. But and it kind of, if I'm talking about a movie that I haven't seen, but it makes it sound like that was their big comeback was the last thing they ever did, and that was it for them. But they went on a little while longer, and then Hardy got sick, and very sick, and passed away.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty damn sad movie.
And that was the criticism that I read, that it focused too much on the sadness. When there was more happiness with them, way more than sadness, and it's harped on the sadness.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was well done. I thought it was a decent movie. Not great, but I'm not a super knowledgeable Laurel and Hardy person.
Yeah.
But I grew up watching their reruns, of course, and
give me 5 seconds here.
Sure. And I thought it was a decent movie. I thought, of course, it's one person's story trying to tell a story about a couple that had a long career, and so they're you're pointing out. You're trying to barrel in on this one. Okay, how can I tell a story?
Yeah,
and so I like the criticism. I understand, because I've seen it, so I understand where they're coming from. And if there's someone else makes another story, then they can tell it from another point of view and point that story this way.
The guy who wrote that review. Go ahead, Tom.
It's almost like an autobiography. Like recently, I guess Elton John's coming out, and I guess like a bunch of people have done autobiographies on him. And supposedly Elton John is coming out with his own actual autobiography, trumping all the other, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people can write things about you, but doesn't mean it's right, like true.
Yeah.
He's coming out with his own autobiography with everything that actually happened.
And you know what? That's an interesting point, Tom. I love that you brought that up, because this is the question that I always have with this sort of thing, is Elton John comes out with his own autobiography. Is that the truth?
Yeah.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
Is that the truth? That's his truth. And is the way he sees him, is the way he sees his story being told the actual truth? He's pointing the story. He's going to point a story this way, the way he wants it to be told, right?
Yeah.
Don't a lot of people want something to be told about themselves that is generally positive? I'll give you a little negative here and there, but there's not many people that are willing to be brutally honest about themselves.
In the past, I would say you're right, Joe, but nowadays it seems like there's no shame with anybody. It seems like the more salacious, the better, where people would not have written about themselves before. I did this, and I did this to who and with who, and I did this illegal thing. It seems like there's no shame anymore. A long time ago, people would have covered up their own stories. Now, it just seems like there's no holds barred, even when people are talking about themselves, and that does help sell books.
People are putting a lot of information into books that people just aren't reading.
Yeah.
There's so much. This is so much that people are saying, like you're saying. People are just putting out the truth, some people are
Yeah.
reading it and some people aren't. There's just so
But
many ways to read.
At least Elton John is still alive to tell his story, whether, you know, it's 100% truthful or not. He's still alive to tell it, where, you know, and say, well, others have told this, I'm still alive, here's my version of it. Laurel and Hardy have been dead for 60 years now, 50 and 60 years. And anything that's ever been written about them was just written about them by others. But here's the book that I got. And believe it or not, this thick book only covers the tail end of their career. It's called Laurel and Hardy from the 40s Forward.
Wow.
And this is like after the peak of their career, when it was all downhill from there. And somebody wrote a detailed account of their last like 15 years.
It's in great condition. How long have you had that?
Oh, I got it within the last year. It's a fairly new book, and I got the softback from Amazon. Yeah.
And Jay Vega says, well, Eddie says the funniest Laurel and Hardy was the one with the eggs. I didn't expect that coming from Eddie.
I don't even know how old Eddie is. He says he's 7. He sounds like he's older. I think he's trolling us.
Yeah, because Jay Vega says that's why I wear the ski mask. Malt liquor enthusiasts are the most horrible folks on earth.
No, humble, not horrible.
Oh. Humble. Okay. All right. Humble, horrible. You know. What do you?
Okay. Now wait a minute. Look at the following comment from Eddie.
Yeah.
Wait.
That could have been copy and pasted. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been, or maybe it wasn't.
Well, because it's also copy and pasted from Jay Vega's other comment up there.
Oh, okay. Eddie is mocking me. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
This is kind of random, but I just thought it was freaking incredible. You know LA Beast?
Yeah.
He posted a video. I guess he bought 2 1986 Flair packs, and it could have held the rookie card for Michael Jordan, because I guess Flair kind of went out of business for a couple years, and then they released a rookie card for Michael Jordan '86. And he bought 2 packs for $500 and something off eBay, and he's just going through them. He goes through his first pack, doesn't get him. Goes through his second pack, he's about 3/4 through. He just freaks out. He gets Michael Jordan's rookie card. Like, there's like the chances of you getting your rookie card, Michael Jordan rookie card, out of a pack. Not like when you're a little kid and you got a pack of sports cards.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Like, the chances of you getting a rookie card of anybody was pretty hard. Of anyone worth getting, you know what I mean? But I just thought it was incredible. Like, he got the rookie card, and that card can sell for like the pristine 10 one went for $100,000.
Wow.
See,
awesome.
I'm a former card collector, Tom. That's part of the reason why I got out of it.
Yeah, it's all about getting it tested and for what it is, right? Like how pristine the card is.
The whole grading system there. Yeah, that I was collecting before there was the big grading system.
Yeah,
I remember when they were talking about doing it, and there was a lot of controversy, and people were like, baseball cards aren't coins. You get coins graded based on the wear and the stuff. But it was like, you can't do that. And sure enough, now they're grading the borders and everything else. And I was like, you know what? I've had enough.
It kind of makes sense, though, in a way, though. It's like,
that's the problem I have with a lot of, a lot of stuff that gets collected, or that's a big thing these days as well, is things that, quote, make sense. And sometimes there's just stuff that don't make any damn sense. Like, not really. There's like card grading to me doesn't make any sense. So how do you, someone has a card, and a legitimate card, for so many years, and
my thing is anything that came out of a factory after the 1970s or so was mass produced. I don't care what anyone says. In the 80s, when I was still collecting baseball cards, everyone was making a big deal with the baseball card sets, and the baseball sets from Fleer and Donruss and all the hot rookies, Dwight Gooden and Wade Boggs and everybody else that was hot back then. And lo and behold, it turns out now that they admitted that those cards were mass produced. Everybody thought they were going to be a millionaire if they held on to those cards for 30 years. It's 30 years later. Those cards are actually worth less now than when they were printed.
Wow.
Maybe with the exception of some rookie cards and stuff. But for the most part, those cards are basically worthless.
Now, Earth has a good point. He says you can't get a perfect card out of a pack to begin with.
Yeah, true.
In a lot of cases, you can't.
Let me put another link in the chat just in case.
Big ones to me are like the Ken Griffey rookies, the Ted Williams rookies.
Yeah. But even once again, there's some stuff that's just so accepted as normal that I remember before the whole rookie card thing caught on. All of a sudden, out of the blue, people started paying more for people's rookies cards. I remember before the whole
is that me?
Thing
no, it's Marion. Marion
started paying more for people's rookies cards.
Who do we have in here? Hey, is this Camarion? Hey, Cam, how you doing, brother?
Hey guys.
Where you coming from, man?
Who do we have in here? Can you lower your sound in the background?
Yeah, just put headphones on if you can.
Turn down your radio, please.
Right, yeah, just
There's no radio.
I'm in the dome zone.
Yeah, it helps if you put headphones on because then we don't have to hear. We're hearing ourselves like 2 and 3 and 4 times here. Yeah, thank you.
Well, that was one way to solve the problem.
Big help.
But
yeah, Herb says he still has. I still have my collection.
Oh, I still have my baseball cards too. But I remember saying to people, how come a rookie card is worth more than another card? It wasn't printed in lesser quantities.
Right, exactly.
And they were like, well, it's more in demand. And I would say, well, why is it more in demand? Because it's his rookie card. And it's like a vicious cycle. You can't win this argument. All right, it's his rookie card, but other than the novelty of it being his rookie card, there's no real reason why it is worth more. And the fact that people want it more because it's his rookie card doesn't make it more scarce, or there's no real justification why it should be worth more.
It's a want. It's if people
just
want
like somebody. But why does somebody's last card not worth more? That should be.
There's not a want for it. You know what I'm saying? If people want something, that's the value, right? Like it's, if there's no want, if there's no need for something, like right now, what I'm going through is I have got a newfound appreciation for analog audio, right? Getting into physical media again is bizarre to me. It's weird. It's happened this year. This is weird. I've even gone a step farther than Mark. Those of you that know me and Mark know that he's into vinyl. I am now into vinyl. I've gone a step farther. I have a really nice cassette deck that I've had for 30 years, and I've now knocked the dust off it, and I am back into cassettes. I can say I just bought probably 12 of them today. You want to talk about value? I am getting better quality. Arguably, and this is an arguable thing, but I am getting better quality out of cassettes right now than I can out of most vinyl. And it's one of the arguments that happens between tape people and vinyl people, right? Because the vinyl community is pretty heavy right now. But there's not a lot of want for cassettes, so they're still dirt cheap. So like today, I picked up an original copy. To me, it has a lot of value, and I know there's a lot of value for it out there to somebody, but I picked up an original cassette from the original score of the Rocky soundtrack, It's
Okay.
for like $2, and I'm like, you guys are selling this for $2? Like, you know what I'm saying? This thing has got to be worth way more than $2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cassettes got lost in the shuffle. Vinyl never. I mean, people think vinyl disappeared. It never totally disappeared.
Well, no,
It was way down there, and then it's obviously been gradually making its way back up over the last 15 years. But cassettes just drop. I mean, CDs put cassettes out of business, basically.
Yeah.
And cassettes just became the totally forgotten format. Nobody at any used record stores wanted to buy them. It just became the forgotten format. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to judge one way or the other audio quality wise, but I can say that I do remember certain cassettes of albums that I had where I had the cassette version as opposed to the vinyl version and the CD version. And I will admit, there's one particular album that I'm thinking of where the cassette version did sound the best.
It's insane. I bought my first Chrome vinyl, not Chrome vinyl, Chrome cassettes.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Today, they're BASF Chrome recorded, and this is the catch. This is the kicker. The people that like vinyl, and I am one of them now, like the quote warm sound, whatever warm means to you, right? That's one of those very loose terms that's used, warm, when it comes to vinyl. Does it mean reduced highs? Like they're a little muted?
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree with you.
What does that necessarily mean? But whatever that means to you, I definitely like it. I think we all agree that there is a different sound with vinyl that you just enjoy, right? With analog audio in general, because now that I'm back into cassettes, there's a very similar warm sound that comes out of cassettes without getting all the static, without getting all the skips, without getting all the cassettes. I forgot how durable they are in a way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In a way, because there's videos on YouTube of people running over a cassette in their car, and the cassette itself is actually fine. The case may be busted all to hell. And
the tape is fine.
Yeah, and they actually take the rollers out, put it in a new case, screw it back together, good to go. Like it still plays, like it's crazy.
But one thing the cassettes suffer from that other formats never did was hiss. You always had hiss with tape.
Yeah, and that is something. And I, back in the day, 30 years ago when I first bought my deck, I didn't understand Dolby noise reduction. Didn't understand the big Dolby NR. Didn't understand it. It's taken me all this time to get to understand it.
No.
And now that I have a little knowledge of Dolby B, C, S, HX Pro, have a little bit of knowledge on that, have a little bit of knowledge on your different tape qualities. There's at least six different tape qualities. And cassettes were the mini reel-to-reel. They were a more portable, more durable reel-to-reel quality. So, man, I got my first Chrome today. I've been getting a lot of Dolby HX Pro recordings, recorded tapes as well. Oh my God, the quality on these things is at least equal to vinyl. You know what I'm saying?
I remember the music heads, the hardcore music heads, for a brief period of time would just snub their noses at vinyl. And they would be like, why would I buy vinyl that can get scratched and stuff? I've got the most perfect format for listening to. And I mean, the big music heads were into cassettes.
Jay Vegas says you jerks are sleeping on the 8-track.
Actually, funny. I was going to mention that. I was going to mention 8-tracks. That's funny.
Yeah, the 8-tracks are still, even by the cats that are. I mean, I've still got my next thing is Laserdisc. I've got a Laserdisc player, a pretty damn decent one that I've had also for 30 years. I've got at least this many damn laser discs still.
I remember those, yeah.
So I've got media to still play on that Laserdisc player. So malt liquor report time. Yeah, no malt liquor report this week. Next week, possibly next week, right? Because I don't. Are you?
Yeah, I'll be in Harrisburg, but there may possibly be a malt liquor report from Harrisburg.
Jay Vega accurately. I mean, yeah, he accurately says the hiss and the pop. I don't get a lot of hiss. The times that I remember having issues with cassette tapes were when I didn't keep it very clean, or they were in my portable cassette decks, my more cheaper decks, where the roller would catch the actual tape and tie it up and stuff like that. When you take care of your deck, you don't necessarily have those issues. You had them in cars, and you had them with your portable players. I never had that issue with my home audio, with any of, you know what I'm saying, any of that sort of any of those sort of issues where it would unspool and kind of get tangled. And the quality is, I'm telling you, man, if I put some stuff on right now that's recorded with Dolby B at a minimum, even the Chrome. What I love about cassettes is inside the cassette somewhere it will tell you. Not all of them do, but enough of them do where you can get an education on how to play it, and they'll tell you how they recommend you listen to that format.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is that those things aren't licensed anymore. So Dolby no longer licensed noise reduction. So that's why you don't see it anywhere. You can't get it. They're not licensing it. So that's one thing that did the cassettes in as well. But there are artists re-releasing their stuff on cassette now. It's a small amount of artists, but you can buy new releases on cassette. It's a trip. Bum is lacking.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm lacking in malt liquor news tonight. So I
am. Jay Vega says his first car had an 8-track. Yeah, and 8-tracks were the things. You had 8 tracks. You had 4 tracks. A lot of radio stations, I think, were using the 4-track there or something like that for a little while at least. But a lot of them use cassettes. Reel to reel, of course, was very popular back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's that same sort of deal for me with that we were talking about earlier. It's that same
we haven't had this happen for a while. Nobody else is here besides me to rescue things. Joe, you might have to kill it and shut it down. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for coming back. Joe, if you can hear us, you might want to reboot.
What's going on?
We're not sure. Marianne. I think Joe's playing us one of his.
What's that noise?
Joe's going insane in the membrane.
Yeah, insane in the membrane. That's the name of the show. Insane in the membrane. Tom just named the show. That's the name of the show, Tom.
What the hell, brother?
Ah, that's great. This Camarian, whoever you are, this happens maybe about once every 6 months or so. Insane in the membrane. That's great.
Are we good, Joe?
All right, at least it's stopped, but we can't hear Joe now.
I was migrating. I was like, oh
yeah. That's hilarious.
That was a nice beat.
It was.
Yeah, it was a nice beat.
Okay, there. Now I'm back.
There you go.
All right,
Joe. As always is the case when this happens, you need to go back and watch the replay to actually hear what we're
to hear what you guys are subjected to, huh?
yeah, this is probably about the 10th time that I remember this happening.
Yeah, it's
hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah. There's definite issues happening with my plugin.
It's still going on.
Cam says he's still hearing it. Hey, Cam, so are you Eddie?
Yeah, I'm Eddie.
Okay, you're Eddie. All right. So what's the latest dance, man? You can do what's the latest Fortnite dance?
Yeah, I'm Eddie.
Oh, okay. So
I like the comments. Vega said the record is skipping. And then Vega says wet brain seizure.
am I still
Yeah, I can hear you. You're there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all here.
Okay. Wet brain seizure, huh?
Joe got vapor locked.
Yeah, I got vapor. Yeah, that's
You guys know Fortnite hype?
Whoa, I think Eddie is on a major delay from what you're saying.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and come back.
Okay. Yeah, that might help a little bit. So I did have some news here. You've got, let me see, on my other browser, I've got these other stories. There was the issue with, you guys might remember, the Coors Miller lawsuit that happened quite a while back now.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, how you doing, bro? Okay.
It's still going on.
What's
really?
going on?
Yeah.
Not for us.
Yeah, not for us. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Yeah, I don't hear anything. What do you go by Cam or Eddie?
Eddie.
Oh, okay.
So it's not going on if you can respond to him.
It is going on.
But it's going. So what is it? Define it. What is it?
Are you trolling?
Yeah, radio silence is sweet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and it exactly.
Yeah.
So in any case,
is this Jay Vega?
Right? Yeah. Who knows? So in any case, you have the lawsuit with Stone versus Miller Coors. Court denies craft breweries' attempt to block sales of rebranded Keystone Light packaging. This is a lawsuit that's been happening now for, I think they filed it like 14 months ago, something like that. And they basically, the judge basically threw it out. I could read.
Yeah. Now I do remember this. Yeah.
But it just from looking at the picture, you can see, and you know.
Oh, never mind. It stopped.
Okay, excellent, man. So you know, you can see that I forget his name now. Cook or something.
Greg Cook.
Greg Cook.
Cook.
Cock, is it Cox or Cook? Anyway, I'll call him Cook. You get the point though. He's the man over there at Stone. He's the the main face, at least for Stone. And I think he's the creator of Stone, isn't he? The founder?
Yeah.
And he's a big time advocate for craft beer, and he's done a lot of cool things for craft beer. But one of the things that's in this piece, just from this picture, is you can see he's covering up. Keystone is written right where his fingers are at, just as big as Stone is. And he's one of the things he's trying to show is just the Stone part, trying to make his point. And it's Keystone Light. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily cover up the key, part of it, just so you can emphasize, oh, they've got Stone on their beer. Well, the judge said that they had an incredibly weak case, and he tossed it out, so, they did basically lose that deal. The judge basically threw it out of court. But Stone believes they won it. Hey, you can believe whatever you want. The facts of the damn thing are is you got beat up in court.
Anyone who intends to buy a Stone beer and ends up accidentally with the Keystone deserves what they get.
Yeah.
I mean, they look nothing alike. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no confusion there at all. There's no, if you're a Keystone Light drinker, come on, man. You're not mixing that up with anything, are you? That's like
just based on price alone.
I mean, Keystone Light is like right in there with Rolling Rock, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
What beers are you? I don't think there's not a chance that you're going to buy anything from Stone. They're not even the same color. They're not even close.
Keystone's like natural ice, natty ice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that one pretty much just got tossed out. So that case is over. I mean, they've got no case. There's a chart that just came out. I love charts. And this came out. Here we go. I'll share the screen again. And this is last call. These are America's fastest growing small breweries. So last year, the Brewers Association released its inaugural list of the country's fastest growing craft breweries. And today it released this year's list. Today meaning earlier this week. At the top is a small but mighty Lake Time Brewery in Clear Lake, Iowa, which launched in 2013 but greatly expanded its production last year. They don't include any of the big breweries in there. And down here, they also say, so they kind of break down how they got to these brewers. Almost all regions of the country are well represented, especially in the Midwest, Northeast, with breweries coming from 27 states total. In the fine print, this is the part that matters of how these breweries were listed on this list in the first place. The Brewers Association notes that the data is drawn from breweries who reported numbers to the association's beer industry production survey. So breweries with staff estimates or data from state excise tax reports were excluded. Breweries on the list also need to provide validated 2017 numbers, no wishful thinking allowed, right? So here is the list a little bigger. So here's just a big map so you can see some of the breweries that are on the list. You have Lake Time Brewery, number one.
Really
Which one?
Lone Pine out of Maine, number 5. They're really good.
Oh, are they really? Okay.
I've never been there, but they send a lot
out. Borderlands Brewing here out of Tucson, Arizona. They're getting big. I wouldn't say they're super great, but that's not what this is saying. This is the fastest growing breweries, right? And I would tend to agree with that. I'm not saying that these are the best. They're the fastest. Some of, because this could be argued as well. It's just what is officially reported and verified by the Brewers Association. Pigeon River Brewing out of Wisconsin, Humble Seas Brewing out of California, 1781 Brewing Company out of Virginia. What do we have out of Pennsylvania? Let's see. What is Pennsylvania showing anything here? We've got what is this? Industrial Arts Brewing Company. Oh, that's New York. I'm sorry. Shoe Brew.
Yep, number 25.
Number 25. Looks like you've got Chatty Monks Brewing Company. Number 26.
There's so many breweries opening up. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
West Reading. Another one looks like Bond Place Brewing would be number 8. Bond Place Brewing out of Bethlehem. Wow, I haven't been to Bethlehem in a long time.
Yeah, the Shoe Brew, I've heard of them. That's very close to me map wise, and I've heard the name, but I'll have to look them up to see exactly where they're at.
So those are the ones that are on from Pennsylvania. From Mass, you've got Treehouse, number 45.
I don't even know why they're still on there. That's like they're not a new brewery. They've been around for years. They've been around for like 5 years.
Well, I think that does make the list because it's the fastest growing small breweries, and I think they're still classified.
And they're not a small brewery. I'm sorry. They put out a lot of beer.
Okay.
But that's my opinion.
Let's see who else you got in Mass. You've got Hobsters. Is that Massachusetts? Number 15.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, out of Newton, Mass. Hobsters, number 15 on the list. That's way in the hell ahead of Treehouse. So they've got to be pumping out some beer. Boy, someone is playing some music very loud. One of my neighbors is having a hell of a party because, dear God, I can hear him from here. Guess what's going to happen after the show? We're going to have a little blowout up here because
Joe's going to walk in with a 30 rack of Natty Ice.
I'm going to have to turn up some subwoofers in here, baby. Just saying. I got a pair of 15s just waiting to be exercised. The Tank Brewing.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
The KBS is not worth the money anymore.
Really? Interesting.
Not worth the money.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you getting, man? What how do you come to that?
You don't really get much barrel. You're better off getting a breakfast stout. Because the breakfast stout is more true to its name, in my opinion. It almost seems like they're slowing down.
Wait a minute. Isn't the KBS, isn't that the breakfast stout? Or are you talking about CBS?
I'm not even sure if the KBS is the breakfast stout. I don't think it is. But I'm not entirely sure.
Well, there's one way to
CBS,
find out.
You had the CBS, right?
The CBS, you bet. Yeah.
CBS
Yeah, that KBS is that's Kentucky breakfast stout. That's KBS.
Yeah. But the CBS is really good.
Yeah, I just had the CBS.
That's bomb, but the KBS isn't as good as it used to be.
Okay, so you're just saying that it's just not so once they took the babies out of it, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it all went to hell. No more babies, that's it.
I remember back like in 15, 16, those were really good years, but ever since then I feel like they've been ever so slowly going downhill. And it probably the ratings are probably the same. I may be wrong.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Their ratings are
good.
Damn near 4.5.
I think it's more of the hype, in my opinion.
And that's the 2019 version. The 2019 right now, I'm looking at it. The 2019 version, 23,000 ratings, 22,000 ratings in the last 30 days. 12.2% ABV, 70 IBUs, 442.
Oh man, I think it's just KBS is like just that name.
Yeah.
KBS. I'd give it a 4.
Well, let me see.
Higher.
Let me see. Let me look up Imperial Stouts, and we'll see what would be the best Imperial Stouts. Can we do that? Highest ABV, most popular. I don't want that. How do man? We talked about this before too.
Does it let you do by style?
Yeah, well, I can show you what I got on the screen right now. I've got it by style right now. I've got it by Imperial Stout. I am trying to figure out how to sort it by, it says popular, beer name. I've got brewery name, highest ABV, lowest ABV. I think yeah, it's not giving me by rating though. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather drink a the what's the one from old Oscar Blues? They're barrel aged.
1050.
Oh, the 1050. Yeah. Well, here's the 1050. The 1050
blows us out of the water.
It's a 4-1.
The barrel aged 1050 blows us out of the water like
aged.
no other.
Yeah, barrel. Yeah, well, that'd be barrel aged. I mean, isn't there different versions of the breakfast stout as well, or no?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Is there a barrel aged version of breakfast stout?
If I'm surprised.
Earth's got to know. Let me see. What is Earth saying right now? Right now, everyone who had a February bottling this year is weak. Others saying March bottling is bourbon heavy. KBS.
No, let me go get the bottle and see which one I had.
Yeah, because I knew Earth would know something about that. He's kind of up to speed on those sorts of things. Boy, I wish I could rank this. Why can't I sort this by? That seems crazy, doesn't it? Why would they only have beer name, beer global? Why is it ABV, brewery name, beer name, ascending and descending? That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, there's been a few things I've tried sorting on there that I haven't been able to do that I just automatically assumed I would be automatic.
Yeah, I mean it. And sometimes you can do things. I'm going to look right now on my mobile version. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes there's things you can do on mobile.
Yeah.
That you just can't.
Yeah, I got the March bottling.
Oh, March. Okay. So that he's saying bourbon heavy for March.
Really?
And you're not getting it.
Bourbon, but I'm not just. It's not.
It's just not what you
I'm
remember.
comparing it to what it used to be. That's the problem.
Yeah. See, even on the mobile version, I'm not. I you know what, we talked about this, and I remember there was a way to get it done, and we finally did it. There's a way. There's a way.
There is a way. There's a way.
Top rated. Okay, top rated. Let's see. There's got to be styles here or something. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so stout, imperial double. Here you go. Boom. There it is. Boom. Okay, so top rated beers. So this would be, yeah. So this is imperial stouts, all countries. You want to do just American?
Damn, side project putting out some crazy imperial stouts.
Let's see. Let's do United States. Let's just do United States. Okay, Cycle Brewing. Look at this, man. 4.64. I've never had a beer rated that high. I don't think I've ever. So Rare Scoop right now is the highest rated imperial stout from America, from the United States. Yeah. Now stop me if you can see this list. Stop me when you see anything familiar, because, dude, I've never had Side Project Brewing. Oh, no longer being produced. Okay.
I actually had a chance to get that Bourbon Paradise last year. I didn't buy it.
Oh, Prairie Arsenales. Boy, I mean, 4.5, a lot of 4.5 beers, Monster Tones, Pirate Paradise. I let my tape rock. A maple rye barrel aged imperial stout with coffee, coconut, and vanilla.
Ooh,
your mind just blew up right now. I want to see that beer. Dear God, what does that look like? That has got to, well, it's got to be just black. I mean, what's going to be the difference, right? I wanted to see it, but I'm like, yeah, come on, it's just pitch black, baby. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, what did you expect? What did I expect it to look like? Other than it's got an old school tape player in the front. I mean, okay, that kind of gets it going, but It's look at that. It's a 4.53, 17%. That's got to be up there. That's got to be the highest ABV, highest. Oh no, it's not. 17%, 4.6. It was all a dream. I bet it was. And this also, look at this. Variant was aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels with coconut, vanilla, and Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee.
Coffee. That's some good coffee.
Oh.
Mm.
And apparently they're still making this one. Of course, I'm going to look it up. What do I expect it to look like? Black.
Ooh, talking about.
So why do I still got to look it up? Why do I got to look it up? Why? I feel like an idiot.
I'm gonna make myself a nice coffee in the morning tomorrow.
Look at this.
Yeah, babe.
Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maple syrup, bourbon barrel, aged imperial stout with Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, coconut, and vanilla added. Product of the USA. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That should be like one of those those erotic books.
Okay, now getting on point. Let's see. Monster tones, my tape rock, triple shot.
Ooh.
Double bourbon barrel county brand stout. Goose Island.
Oh, that sounds like it was very hard to get.
Yeah, no doubt. That was a 2017 version too, man. Not that long ago. That was a 4.5.
I still think one of the best stouts I ever had was the Bourbon County Coffee Stout, like the 15 on tap. That shit was fucking crazy. That shit was amazing.
This sounds like something that happens in your area, man. The Henna batch number 3 s'more. Chocolate marshmallow and graham cracker. Dear God.
Ooh.
When you start adding marshmallow to something, it just adds that flavor, man. It just adds that. Oh, here's a deep one. Velvet Magnum 2 macadamia and coconut squares, baby.
Ooh,
Yeah. Look at that. Brewed with our homies at Burial Beer for the annual Velvet Magnum holiday party. Dude, that's a George Costanza party right there. This year is conditioned on macadamian cut coconut, Tahitian vanilla, macadamia nuts, coffee, and cinnamon. Hey, look at that. Let's see here. But boy, we're scrolling a bunch before we get to any of these. Mexican cake from Westbrook, bourbon barrel aged Mexican cake, bourbon barrel sticker shock. Let's see here. Rare dose. Man.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you had one style that could be the best beer, what style would you pick?
Oh, I'm in it.
Yeah, same here.
We're in it right now, man. I do happen to like stouts. I like stouts, and better than that is Imperials. Yeah. Here's Treehouse right here. Double shot. Sumatra. What is this? Mandling? Mandling?
I think you got it.
Yeah. No longer being produced. She's back. What's better than one shot of espresso? 2 shots of espresso. This edition of our favorite coffee infused stout utilizes buckets of Red Barn coffee roasters, Sumatra, whatever. Deep cocoa flavors open up to reveal a rich, complex treat.
I gotta go over there again. They're like an hour and a half away.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, that is.
Yeah, it's a ride.
7.6. You know, I like. The Imperial styles don't have to be crazy ABV for me. They're like, I don't necessarily need one that's 17%. This 7.6 would do just fine. Just make it tasty as all hell. You know, lots of coffee and chocolate and all that sort of thing. Hell yeah. 2 candles. That's where this list ends, man. We didn't get to any of the.
Earth has something for you to look up, and I just did, and it's worth your while, Joe.
Yeah.
It's called Mr. Brown 2019 edition.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Brown as in MR. Mr. Brown 2019 edition.
from right here, right? Yeah, 2018. Oh no, he said 19.
2019. You want the
Yeah.
2019.
Right here. Oh, Mr. Blue. No. Nah, let me go back to there.
Yeah, that's the brewery. If you click on their beers, maybe it'll come up.
And Denmark actually puts out some pretty good quality beer.
Oh no, absolutely.
They have
When
a lot of breweries.
A lot of good ones. Yeah, when it comes to porters, especially. Oh dear God, they know smoke. That part of the region knows smoke beers for sure. There's that is unquestioned. Yeah, 2018. Here we go. 19.
Got the 19. Look at the style.
Okay, so you've got 1,226 totals, 1,225 in the last 30 days.
Wow.
9%, 388 rating. Imperial salty caramel cookie dough double coffee fudge chocolate milk hazelnut butter vanilla coca crumble brown ale. Damn.
What? Not aged on cocoa nibs?
Yeah, and it's not barrel aged or anything like that. Come on, get a real beer.
Yeah,
do a real Imperial Brown. Give me a break.
Denmark.
What are you scared? What are you scared? They should just call this the scared double brown. What are you kidding me? Didn't even barrel age it. They missed flavor on this one. Look at that can. That can is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a numbers freak, come on.
It's kind of like
oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'll drink that pint any day. Hey, it was vinyl. Look at that. Yeah. Dude, well, you can get kick-ass beer like that and shop for vinyl? I can't do that here. I don't know about you guys. I'm going wherever in the hell this is happening at. Where's this happening?
Yo, that would be cool. And how like you can go to the bar and choose music. Like back in the day, obviously they had it so like it would put the vinyl down, right?
Yeah.
Instead. It'd be cool if like you could put the vinyl down.
Yeah, this is in what is that? Hordaland? Right there. Beer bar. And they got vinyl. That's awesome, dude. How cool is that? Look at this. Right there. Wherever in the hell this is at. You got a lot of stuff happening there, man. Check this out. How awesome is this? Come on, give me a break. You can just look up a place. I still don't know where this is at. Look how far do I gotta zoom out here before I figure? Is this Sweden or something? Where are we at here? I still don't know where in the hell we're at. Where is this?
Zoom out a little bit.
I think that's Lake Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whoa, look at that. Norway. Wow.
No way, Norway, man.
No way, Norway. It's right. Look at that. Well, what the hell else they got to do there, man? It's freezing ass cold up there. Look at all that water. Look at all that water.
It's like Ireland. Like, what else they got to do?
Yeah, what else do they got to do?
Come home.
It's closed right now. It opens at 12 p.m. Popular times. Here you go. Boom.
Isn't that crazy how some businesses don't claim their Google account? Like on Yelp, like people will put like the name of the business, but they won't claim it. Like people can claim their business and put different opening times and stuff.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
Oh, bro. Ooh. I would, dude, that's my kind of place. I would do that. Come on. That's not bad. Huh?
That looks delicious.
That's not bad. Go for one of these. You have one of these and you have one of those.
Well, I like the tap setup too.
That is awesome. Isn't it? Look at that. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Look at that. Oh, come on. Look at that scenery and stuff, man. Come on. Come on. They're kicking my butt over here. I love this. Yeah, and there's the vinyl. Look at that. Boom. Brooklyn Brewing right there. This is an awesome place, man. I want to go visit this place. I want to sit like third stool right there. Boom. That's my spot. Hey, man, you're in my spot. Get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, that's right from my spot right there.
Ooh.
Dude, look at all those taps.
I like the like a very simple type of place. You know what I mean? Like wood with the metal with the
He said wood.
wood. I like the wood.
This is cool. Look at that. You can be at the bar. At the bar.
You can park your car outside.
You
and
can park.
come
You
into
can
the
park
bar.
your car. Be at the bar, and get a racket.
Signs.
A whacket. You can get a whacket.
And then go take a shower.
Go home and take a power shower.
Dude, this is awesome. I have this place is blowing my freaking mind. You can totally shop for music.
That is pretty cool.
This has got everything you ever want. Look at this. How badass is this place, man?
That is pretty cool.
That is bomb. Look at this, man. Look at this. Taps. They got music everywhere. Talk about a place you want to hang out forever.
That's a good, like, if you're going on a date, that's a good place to go to. Right? Like,
Oh, look at that. They got Oscar Blues over there. That's not a bad Imperial Red IPA. It's not bad. Dude, this is an awesome place. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the stuff we learned just from beer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm like down to go to, where's this place again?
It's crazy how, like, anybody can get a liquor license. Like, if you can pay for it, no matter what business you have, like, you can get a liquor license. Like, for instance, this, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. This is, man, if there is a place like this, please let me know in Phoenix. But as far as I know, there is not.
Oh, you must have some interesting places in Phoenix.
No, we got some cool places, but I ain't got this because I'd be there now, not doing the show.
Yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah, dude. Oh, I mean that is cool as hell. I am completely digging that, man. Hats off to, and then you've got like pint glasses down women's shirts that you can drink. You've got vinyl, and you know what I'm saying? Like that place has got it going on over there. Where was this place at again? What part of the world was this place in?
Was that Norway?
Norway, yeah. Dude, and they've got big like cheese with like salted cured meat plates over there. So you can have with your beer and your records and your CDs.
I can picture that place in Wisconsin.
Right? Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Or up there in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Right next to the Great Lakes.
Dude, how do we mix a Boston accent with a Minnesota accent? How do you do that?
Well, we roll our R's like as. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible to combine a Minnesota with Boston accent? That'd be one hell of an accent right there.
I don't know.
I wouldn't even attempt that.
That's like, yeah.
We have to get me and the big man together and see if we can.
Where is the big guy? Where is he? I don't know where he is.
Oh, he just got on and said he had to work. He was not going to make it tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Jay Vegas says,
go ahead, Jeff.
Jay Vegas says, Tom, would you please say it's time for Wapner?
Wapner?
On the People's Court.
Yeah, People's Court. Yeah.
Judge Wapner.
Judge Wapner.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, so how's everyone's bracket doing? Is anyone doing a bracket? How's your bracket hanging?
You know what, Joe? My bracket's doing excellent. Having got one loss, no wins.
No wins and no losses, right? Yeah. That sounds about the same as mine. I didn't even do one.
I'm thinking Duke's gonna lose at some point. I don't think they can take it to the end.
There's some good schools, man.
Yeah, because it seems like Zion is putting too much effort out. He's doing too much, which almost seems like teams can double team him a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to take him out of the pace. I don't know much about any other teams, but I just know I don't think Duke's going to win it.
What about you, Bum? Are you doing a bracket at all, or
no interest in college basketball whatsoever? So automatic disqualification from this conversation.
The last bracket I did was with UConn when they won, and I actually picked UConn, which was pretty awesome.
Oh, did you? Okay.
When they had Kemba Walker back in the day.
Did you actually win or no?
Well, I didn't get it all right, but
no. But you didn't win your I don't know, whoever else you were in it with.
No, I just did it like a Yahoo one. Or
oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't do really anything like pay wise. But I got a winner, which was cool.
Yeah, I didn't do a bracket this year at all. I'm not a real big bracket person. You know what I'm saying? When there's a Super Bowl pool at work, I don't normally do those sort of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a big pool or bracket guy. Yeah.
Joe, should bet $100 on the Patriots win the Super Bowl next year.
No way, man. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
Come on. Sometimes you gotta bet against what you believe in.
Hey, well, yeah, right. What do you think about Gronk retiring, man?
Oh man, for some reason I see him coming back. For some reason, I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kind of is what it is. He's a beast. He's always a beast. He was one of those players that when the ball was thrown to him, it was just like he was ready to drag 3-4 plays with him. You know what I mean?
I've been hearing stories about him this week, of course, because he did announce his retirement and everything on Twitter. Did he do that on Twitter or on his?
Yeah, he told the team first supposedly, and then he announced it on Twitter.
Okay. So, I've been hearing stories about him from the reporters and all that sort of thing. And there's no question the guy, to me, in my opinion, is Hall of Famer. He's one of the best tight ends that's ever played the game, I think.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, he's incredible, man. When that guy is in the game, when he's healthy and playing, forget about it. The guy's had as many touchdowns in the postseason alone, just the postseason, as some receivers have had their whole career.
Yeah.
I mean, and had he been healthy for some of those other postseasons, his numbers would be even more off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's incredible, man. He's a hell of a talent. And the funny thing that come out of his retirement, my takeaway from his retirement, is he's only 29. It feels like he's been in the league forever.
Is that all he is?
29.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's amazing. I would have said 33, 34.
Easy, right? Easy. I thought easily he was in his 30s. He's 29. Now, there's one guy that I listen to regularly, his podcast, and he kind of speculates that he will stay out, that he has aspirations in movies and all this other sort of thing, that he really plans on being another Rock. Which the minute that point was put out, I was like, you know what? Big guy. Rock's kind of a big guy, and he's 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
I think Gronk's bigger, but still, that's kind of, here nor there. Both big, good-looking dudes that have hella personalities. You know what I'm saying? Gronk's a big, huge personality, good-looking dude. He's 29 years old. I think.
You think he has the charisma of The Rock, though? Nobody is The Rock.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's not The Rock, but he has his own personality.
He's done wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Rock. Go back to when The Rock first started doing the movies, though. He wasn't what he is now. Gronk, I think, has that, man. He's liked. Gronk is really well liked.
I think he's one of the most liked Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that hates Gronk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate Brady.
Yeah.
But Gronk is like this party guy. That's his thing.
He didn't give a shit his whole career. He just partied, had a good time.
I mean, that's his thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I kind of the minute that was pointed out, I was like, I could see him going that way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's just this big, huge, good-looking, likable dude. You know, he could just be this big guy. I could, you know,
during the Super Bowl parades, people will throw beers at him. They'll fucking chug this shit.
he's just this. I would love to have a beer with this guy. You know what I'm saying? The things that you could see someone like Gronk jumping in on this show. Like he's that type of guy. I wouldn't doubt if I were to see him jump in on this show. Of course, I'm going to be like, ah! But I would also, you know, it would be. I could see him. It wouldn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me. He just seems like that kind of character. Like a.
Maybe he was here already under the guise of Eddie.
Maybe he's Eddie. Who knows? I don't know. You know, but you know, if he comes back, it wouldn't be a surprise. But if he stayed out and was doing movies, wouldn't shock me either. You know what I'm saying?
I just think 6 months in, he's gonna be like, I'm feeling pretty good. Think I can play. He's had so many injuries. He just needs time to heal. He's 29 years old. He's gonna heal fast. So
29. I mean, what a career at 29 years old. What a career, man.
There's so many big tight ends like Dick Butkus. So many other ones. He's better than. I mean, I think he's had a better career than Dick Butkus, in my opinion.
Well, the most recent tight end, you know, that was a pretty damn good player as well, Hall of Famer now, is Tony Gonzalez.
Yep.
You know, Tony Gonzalez is, you know, the poor guy didn't, you know, go all the way, if you will. Didn't win a Super Bowl, but I mean, there's no denying Hall of Famer. I mean, that guy had one hell of a career as well.
And
you know,
I honestly think Gronk is better than Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the numbers, he's got the Super Bowls. I mean,
the thing about it, Tony Gonzalez was a very precise player. Like he ran his routes, he knew where he had to go, and he always caught the ball. The thing about Gronk is he didn't give a shit. He ran down the middle, and there was 3 guys waiting for him. He just fucking caught the ball and smashed into him. He didn't care. Like that's why he got injured so much. He just didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
it was just incredible. Tony Gonzalez was more precise, got where he needed to be and caught the ball. If that made sense.
Yeah, he took some beatings too, though. He was.
Oh yeah.
He was. You know.
He was a good blocker also. See, that's what the great tight ends stand.
Mm-hmm.
The great tight ends can block on the offensive line.
Hey, I'm gonna crack this one open. This is from Southern Tier Blackwater Series Salted Caramel Imperial Stout. Speaking of Imperial Stouts, I happen to have one right here that I was gonna drink anyway.
Oh, that's
Did you recently buy that, Joe? Because you know a lot of those Southern Tier that Blackwater series, they come and go. And like the thick mint and the chocolate orange, for some reason around my area, that salted caramel has never entirely disappeared. And I'm just wondering if and I haven't looked at the dates, you know, everywhere I see it for sale.
Yeah.
The bottling dates. I just wonder if I'm seeing some old stuff.
I don't think I bought this recently. This is actually the date on the bottle is 2017. So.
Oh yeah. Okay then. Yeah.
That's definitely a big beer, though. I'd imagine, right?
Yeah. So I'm looking up the 2017 version of this beer. No longer being produced, of course, but
it's still being consumed.
It's still being consumed, and there's 2 others just like me. You got 741 in the totals, 2 in the last 30 days, 10%. No IBUs rated 406. Dessert beer, right? With Himalayan pink sea salt and caramelized sugar.
Well, that's going to be nice.
This is going to be real nice, baby. Yeah. This is exactly what mine looks like. That's what my bottle looks like. I would assume this would be an older series. Not sure. But that's what mine looks like right there.
I remember the first beer I had from them, the first stout was a creme brulee way back in the day.
Yeah.
Just way too sweet. I remember being way
I know
way-
a lot of people. I like that beer. I knew a lot of people who did not like it.
I need to revisit that one actually.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad one to revisit. So I've got my glass here. I'm not sure if I've had this one or not. I don't think so. But it has been quite some time since I bought this one. I know that.
That particular beer there and that particular label on that beer is one of my rare instances where I chucked the bottle before and I forgot to take a picture of it to put it on Untappd.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it's you do not know how many sleepless nights I've had because you know how
Oh wow. Really?
every check-in that I put on there has a photo.
I love this date. This is an excellent date because you got the born on date of 8/21/2017 and the time.
Well,
3:50 p.m. Take a look at that. So you've got that all on there. Love the description on the side. You've got a decent stout. Decadent stout. Decadent stout with notes. They call their own beer decent. A decadent stout with notes of sweet caramel and pink sea salt. 10%. We talked about all that. The color is black. The body is creamy and heavy. Bitterness is moderate. Our dessert beers are a fusion of exotic flavors, making each of them a perfect pairing when you are craving an exceptional stout full of personality. So let's crack this bad boy up and see if we get some Neary smoke. See if we can make him like toss and turn in his sleep. Oh, little smoke.
I saw a wisp there. I saw a little wisp.
At least there was some smoke in there. Not, so we're not misrepresented here. So it's,
Oh, that's going to be a treat.
Oh, dude, look how heavy that's pouring.
Joe, that's going to be a decent beer.
Nice.
It's so old it won't be decadent anymore, but it's still
it'll be decent. It'll be fairly decent, right? We can call that a decent beer. Of course, pitch black. That's what we expect. You can see my screen on the back side of this beer. Look at that.
Can I ask how you aged it? Was it cooled?
Oh no, it was in my pantry actually. So it was.
Oh, okay.
And then I put it in the refrigerator. I think last week. Oh my God, man! You know what? Oh my God, you can definitely smell the sugars in this beer. It has a at least what I'm getting right now, is lots of that caramelized sugar that they're talking about. Heavy caramel, just that heavy caramelized sugar, really. That, you know what I'm saying? That specific smell, tons of it. I don't know. What does salt smell like? Do you really smell salt? What does salt smell like?
Yeah, it smells like the ocean.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. When was the last time? I've got right now a big thing of salt that when I salt something, I pinch it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a big container. I don't smell any salt. I order big bags of salt to fill that thing with. I never smell anything.
I don't think it has any discernible
scent. It may have if you had tons of salt, maybe you would smell something, but
yeah, if you like in a salt mine, you definitely
right. Yeah, you're probably gonna smell something, right? But outside of that, I don't know. I don't know that you're gonna get much. So what I'm getting right now is like tons of caramel, tons of sweetness, caramelized sugar smell.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at Joe.
Oh man.
That must be so good.
Oh my God. The only thing I can compare it to, and I want to share the screen with you again because it's the first thing that comes to mind. So I looked on the screen and that's the first beer there. That peanut butter milk stout from Belching Beavers, what comes to mind. It's weird because it even feels like there's a super faint little bits of peanut butter in it. The texture of the beer is very similar. The sweetness of the beer is very similar. So if you've had that peanut butter milk stout from Belching Beaver, no charge.
That was a nice one.
That was a really good one. I'm proud of that one.
Salty.
Salty. Yeah. It is really, really nice. I love the texture of it. It's really smooth. Really, velvety, baby. Really, silky smooth there. Yeah. Silky smooth. Goes down your throat real nice and easy, baby. Yeah.
Like a velvet magnum.
Like a velvet magnum. Yeah. A lot like a big velvet magnum. Yeah.
Come on back, baby.
Come on back. Yeah. Let's do this again. Dial those digits.
Oh man,
again,
that'd be Jody's stripper name.
And Eddie says I'm getting tired. See ya. So oh my god, this is absolutely delicious.
They make some really good stouts. I still think that what's the one that I had?
I agree with Zach. Southern Tier, it's a coin flip. Like these beers that they do like this, they're either really good or they just suck. Like, because I've had some that are just, you're like, what in the hell is this? Like,
what's the one that coconut cookie one?
Samoa this.
I still think that was absolute. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like 3 beers deep, but I still on tap. That oh my goodness, dude, it was so good.
Looking up some of their beers. So the top beer is Pumpkin. And then let me share the screen again. You got the top beer is Pumpkin. And then you've got the 2X IPA Warlock, the Creme Brulee.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to some of these like series of beers. So the chocolate. Let's see more here.
They do a pretty good job for what they are. I mean,
okay, here's the same list again. 2 times stout, which is the double milk stout. Ooh, I bet you that one's kind of decent. Gets a 3.78 rating. I think Southern Tier's beers, if you see a halfway decent rating, then I'd probably stay away. If it's got a good rating, then it's probably good. Like the chocolate, like this one's good. The Creme Brulee, like 3.95. It's probably decent. You know what I'm saying? But once you start getting into some of these, like this 3.53, I'd stay the hell away from that. I mean, that's the kind of brewery they are. Like it's either on point. Like this chocolate orange, I think I've had that. I don't remember anything special out of it. I think I've had that. I'm not sure.
I enjoyed that. Once again, that's that Blackwater series. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Here's the thick mint you guys are talking about. It gets an even.
Oh my god, I love that.
Higher than the thick mint, but thick mint was delicious.
Here's the Samoa this.
So good, man.
414. 31,000 raising. The cinnamon roll. I don't remember liking that. The cold pressed coffee pumpkin. I don't remember being a huge fan.
Ooh, the mocha. I never seen the mocha.
Yeah, I don't know that I have either.
They have a satellite location in near me. I will be there Thursday night. I'm going to the Pirate game, and they have a location where they brew a little bit of beer. Most of the stuff is shipped into them, but they do a little bit of brewing there. So I'll be there Thursday before the Pirate game. So I'm going to see what new stuff they've had. It's been like 6 months for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you can get the salted caramel, I'd be interested to see what you think. Someone else other than myself, you know what I'm saying? This is.
I have had it in the bottle, but I would have to go back and check and see if I've had it on tap. I might have checked it in on draft on Untapped. Oh, and Zach is asking, can you add him to the Hangout?
Oh yeah, sure. Zach. Oh, Zach's in there. I didn't see Zach.
He's in the
he's in the Hangout.
in the group Hangout. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Let me send him an invite. Yeah, because I was interested in Zach's opinion for sure. because he's here we go. He should be in here soon. This beer does. I think you've had the one from Belching Beaver too, haven't you, Bum?
No, I cannot get that here, Joe.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I've drooled every time you've checked it in.
Oh,
I've dribbled on my shirt every time you've checked that in.
well, you know, my two faves are Syntax, which I literally just had a while ago.
Yeah. No, I'm now getting the Syntax here. I'm getting the what's the brewery?
Yeah, Mother Earth. Yeah,
Mother Earth. Yeah, I'm getting Mother Earth now, but not Belching Beaver.
And what do you think of Syntax?
I thought it was excellent. It was excellent, and I enjoyed their other stuff too. I would buy it again. Would I go out of my way to buy it again if there was, something I like better? I possibly, but I like my Untapped score 3.75, which is actually pretty high for me.
When I had it, it was really old. For some reason, it's really old in my area.
Oh, Syntax, really? Okay.
I mean, there's so much saturation of different breweries. It's just like sometimes breweries. I mean, some beer gets old. Some of the picking gets old.
Eddie says he's taking a nap and come back.
Oh, where you going?
Yeah, he was gone for a while. He took a power nap and now he's back. Yeah. This I'm telling you, man. You guys know that, and Tom asked earlier what would be my favorite style, and of course I immediately said stout. We're in it. We were actually searching stouts, imperial stouts, and you guys know that I talk about the peanut butter the peanut butter milk stout from Belching Beaver. If I have a sweet tooth sort of thing, then that's the one I'm going to go to. But I go to Syntax so much. I can share the screen with you guys just to give you an example of how often I have these damn beers. This one I haven't logged in as much. Here's the peanut butter milk stout. But the Syntax, where's my Syntax at? Let me type that in here real quick. Yeah, there's Syntax. 34 times I've logged in, and I promise you I've had it way more than that. Both those beers I've had more than what I've actually. So I've had that other one way more than 6. Sometimes I just can't get to it. You know what I'm saying? To log it in, I'm just crushing them too much. But yeah, the one from Syntax from Mother Earth is not as sweet. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes down differently, rather, I guess. But the Speedway, they've got a similar beers. They've got to compare it to the Black House from Modern Times. Modern Times is another brewery that I like what they're doing. I can't get a lot of their super creative stuff that they're putting out there on Instagram. I can't seem to find it, which drives me bananas because they've got some limited edition beers that just sound incredible. It disappoints me that I can't, because I'll actually, when I'm looking through Instagram, what do they have that deal where you can flag a post? And so they're, when I find interesting beer posts on Instagram, I'll flag them. And so when I'm in the beer store, I'll go through those flags and see if I can find that latest beer, and I just can't find them, and it's a pain in the ass, because you're like, oh, come on, here I am. I'm in the beer store. You know what I'm saying? Let me find this, and I can't find it.
Hey, Joe, you ever been it happened to me today. You ever been to a beer store and you know more about beer than the beer guy?
Oh, well, you know what? I have to admit.
Like, they'll talk about beer and like, yeah. And like, I think I heard of something. You know what they're talking about. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. You know what, man? The beer guys that are at the Total Wines that I go to, there's like 3 or 4 different Total Wines that I go to, and them cats know some stuff, man. So I mean, they can, like, I'm not that type of cat that can just like blabble off names of stuff. You know what I'm saying? In this sort of conversation, possibly, but man, just at random off the top of my head, I'm just not that type of guy. Like I when I'm in the record store, also, I'm the same way. I can't just like think of okay, what was that new release for this or for that? If I see an image of it, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm flipping through the record, I'll remember the image of the album cover, you know what I'm saying? Or if I'm in the beer store, I'm a visual artist, right? I'm a photographer, so I can remember pictures, you know what I'm saying? So names I have a hard time with. So if I see the beer, you know what I'm saying, then there's a chance I can remember the image of the label or something that stands out to me. I'm really, really bad.
I'm the same way with like different actors playing different shows. You ever see that? Like you can see resemble somebody, you don't know who they are. Like I'm really good at that.
Oh, Earth says you have to do Modern Times Brown ticket program and pick them up only at San Diego's main location. I haven't had those either. Too many hoops for me. Yeah, they've got so many of these beers. It's you know how we were just describing like that maple syrup with this and with that and the other, and you're like, whoa, your mouth is watering, you know, your throat is getting like that. I want something, you know. you know, you start getting thirsty for, and they just have these amazing specialty brews. At least they sound amazing. I haven't had any, but like he's saying, one of these days I am going to make a little mini pilgrimage down to San Diego. I'm not incredibly far from there. One of these days I am going to make that drive and just go pick some stuff up. There's guys that I know that have already made 3 of those trips to San Diego. Because there's a hell of a beer scene going on in San Diego, man. You know, that I think you guys know about that as well. But I sent Zach.
Oh
yeah, Zach.
Yeah. Now Zach's saying that he's too tired to join. He's going to listen though.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
He's tuned in, but he's just going to listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I knew he had opinions on different things, and so I was, you know, especially when it comes to Southern Tier, because I kind of agree with him with Southern Tier. They're that kind of they're either really on or really off, like you know, with certain beers. When they're on, they're on. But when they're off, I think we talk about the Pumpkin all the time. Like Pumpkin's one of those famous beers that they make that's famous, has a name, but is it really great? Is it like you were trying to say with KBS? I'm gonna have to revisit KBS now that you've said that. The CBS was bomb. I liked it. KBS. Some people were saying that it wasn't worth the $30 that I paid for it. So
KBS is kind of I want to buy it. I won't buy another. I won't buy next year. For me.
Okay.
I was almost not even gonna buy it this year. I bought one bottle of it.
The CBS though, what do you think?
The CBS, I wouldn't buy it again because it was so expensive. But I have it. I would have it on tap if I was in. I had it on tap. It was better on tap.
Would you pay close to 30, 25, 30?
I paid $25 for 24 ounce of it. And on tap, I have like a mug at the place I have, and it was like $13. So I got like $13 for like 16 ounces, which wasn't that bad.
Okay. Yeah, I cannot bring myself to break the $25 barrier. I've only done it a couple times, and I just can't bring myself to do it with the CBS. I've seen it numerous times. Most of the times in my area, it was $30, and I was like, no way, no way.
It's good, but it's if you feel that way, it's not worth it.
You know what? Yeah. Sometimes it's the way things are presented, right? Like if it's in a better glass, or if it's, you know, sometimes it's all in the way it's presented. If it's presented like this, would you have it?
Hey, I'll pay $25.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We can share a glass.
All of a sudden, you know, price is kind of no factor right? Like you're like, yeah, you since you put it that way, you know,
Yeah, and I
uh,
see she's a lefty.
yeah, hey, that's and it's sometimes it's all I like the way if you're gonna get really particular about a photo, I like the way she's holding the glass. Just
I was
saying.
actually more interested in the way she's holding the bottle.
Both are really
Yeah, actually, those could go in conjunction with each other if you move them a little closer together.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, that
so
poor girl. Whoever she is.
but it was I mean that CBS that I had was fantastic, man. It was really good.
It is good. It is good.
It was
better
really
give it to
Yeah.
you. Get it.
But yeah, it's one of those beers that not everybody's going to be willing to spring that kind of money. So, it's definitely one of those beers that when I spring that kind of money, I would like to have people like you guys around. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those beers
Yeah.
that is big enough where, yeah, if hey, if I'm going to buy it, hey, I already did it. So grab a glass, let's drink, Yeah, Dirk has a lot of class. He's in the chat and he recognizes beauty when he sees it. And he says, Joe, I absolutely love and respect that shirt you're wearing. It's the best shirt I've ever seen in my whole life, is exactly what he said.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, you gotta zoom in a little bit, read between the you kind of gotta read in between the lines there, and you kind of
I see it. I see it.
It's in the fine print that it's in the details there.
It's the bottom right corner.
Yeah. Earth says, unfortunately, most of the crazy flavored beers are in the over $25 range, and he's absolutely right. So what? Okay, Tom. We're talking high ABV beer, so a lot of breweries aren't going to give you more than a 10-ounce pour. Might give you 8-ounce pour, 10-ounce pour. What are you willing to pay for? A particular pour of beer. So, you're getting a beer that's going to be an 8-ounce pour. What do you want? Right? Those are the ones that are going to be barrel aged and all these other sorts of crazy flavored beers to take Earth's language. So, what are you willing to pay for a pour of that beer?
For me, honestly, I'd pay. How can I say this? I'd pay more for a very good sour than a very good imperial stout.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for sours. If it was a very highly rated sour, I'll pay $12 for. If I know I can't get it again, I'll pay $12 for 8-ounce, or $10 for $10. Well, $12 for a 10-ounce, somewhere around there. But I don't do that because the place that I go to, I have a mug, so I'm like, screw it. I just get 20 ounces. But yeah, you're right. That's a fine line because 8 to 10 ounces, that's not a lot of beer. 8 to 10 ounces.
All right.
It's
but
gone.
they're big AV, they're big alcohol beers. So, you're going to get a smaller pour. That's the way it works.
I know, but 2 or 3 swigs, you're almost a third through. You know what I mean? You're almost.
Most people don't drink an 8 or 10-ounce pour like I do. Most people, they get a smaller glass, they're going to sip it. Once they know it's 13%, 15%, they're going to sip on them. It's more like a whiskey.
Why just hit me so fast?
Yeah, most people aren't me. They don't go, oh yeah, wow, but I've paid in the past $8 for a pour like that. I don't think that's.
I'll only pay premium if I know I won't get it again. If that, you know what I mean? If
CBS, what would you pay? Even if it was a 10 or 12-ounce pour, what would you pay for that in a?
I'd pay $10 for a 10-ounce pour. Say,
okay.
Fuck it.
All right. Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, if I'm never going to see it again, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But I paid think 13 for 16 ounces because I had a mug. But yeah, I mean, $13 is $13.
Mm-hmm.
When you're out drinking, it's like whatever. If you see the beer that you want, no, you're not going to see it again. It's like fuck it, right? It's like whatever.
Hey, what about you, Bum?
While I'm answering your question, I'm gonna subtly sneak in another plug for Duke's. That is my go-to place for the most part for draft beer. Sure. I mean, other than breweries themselves. If I go to a place that just has, just basic beers on tap from all over the place, national and some local stuff, I will go to Duke's. And I've just gotten so conditioned to the way they have things set up there. They have high-end stuff.
Okay.
10, 12, 13%, usually not much higher than that. Like right now they have like Epic, what is it? Big Bad Baptista. A lot of other high-end stuff. Most of their pours are $6 no matter what. But and in most cases, you're getting 16 ounces. The high-end stuff, you get 12 ounces for $6.
Okay.
Wow.
And that is a excellent price for what you get.
You know who's also like that is oh my God, who's the Whole Foods. If you go to a Whole Foods that actually serves beer, that has a bar, serves beer and wine and spirits, they actually have great prices at the bar. So they're taking your whole paycheck for everything else, but if you actually go to actually drink some beers, great prices, because they will do a very similar thing, just like what you described, Bum. They'll have pretty much a flat rate for this, that, and the other. They might have a flat 3 or 4 rates, but it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we've got a rate for this, a rate for that, and a rate for that, so you know what you're going to be paying.
Hey Joe, if they're taking your whole paycheck, I mean, go get a couple of cheap painkillers, right?
And the great thing about Whole Foods now is whatever's left of your paycheck, you can automatically put in an account with Amazon and just give them your Amazon account directly, and so they can be soaking you both ways. So even when you run out of paycheck, you can have your credit cards in with Amazon and just give them your Amazon account, and they can be soaking your credit cards as well. So when you run out of paycheck, you know what I'm saying? At least you still have credit.
What do they call that? Sounds like back in the day when like the old miners used to work, and then the money that they would make be the currency they would make would be the currency they could spend at the same place where they
at the company store. I owe my soul
to the company store, right? Yeah.
Jesus, it's almost like that. It's almost the way the economy.
Your landlord, you lived on the land owned by your boss. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, exactly.
Your boss was your landlord. Yeah,
it's crazy.
So you've got Zach who chimed in, hey fellas, and you got Robert. Shout outs to Hams, my old man's favorite beer. Hams, I'm sorry. I've been driving him to pick up another one established in 1983. And then Dirk says, yeah, right, go Bears.
You'll laugh about that a couple times.
Yeah. And then he says, I like the Rams for fantasy reasons, bro. Thumbs up from Robert. Earth, usually in a 500 MI bomber or a milliliter bottle or a 750 bottle, which I despise these days. And then Bum has a gold card at that place. Hey, CBC.
I do agree with the 750s are too much.
YouTube won't let me comment from my normal account. Yeah, hey, it's back to the what did he used to call it?
Yeti. What's the Yeti? Over CBC, they had to do something about it.
Yeah, you know, you know, if I would have ran into a place that had Actually, CBS. That confused me for a second. CBC, CBS. If I would have ran into a place that had CBS, even if it's not draft, but they're just literally taking the bottle and uncorking and pouring you a glass, I would have paid for just a glass. You know what I'm saying? A dollar an ounce. I'd be willing to pay dollar an ounce. I think that's fair.
It's almost CBS was one of those beers that like they brewed it. Everyone always talked about it, and they could never ever get it again. It was very rare, and I feel like they capitalized on it very well.
Oh yeah,
they came out of nowhere with it again, maybe 5, 6, 7 years later, and just dropped it.
My thing is that like it's not that I wouldn't buy CBS again, even at that price. It's just that there's so much out there, so I have a hard time going to buy a beer that is expensive again, for that reason, because I'm like, oh, but there's this, oh, but there's that, oh, but there's that, and you know what I'm saying? I already had that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's like when you walk into a liquor store, you see the beer, and it's like you can connect your taste bud with it. Like I've had that, I've had that, I've had that, I've had that. I haven't had that. I haven't had that. Like it's just like your brain goes crazy, like what you've had and what you haven't had, and is it worth getting that because you've already had it? You know what I mean? It's like
and like the beers that when I go in the beer store, in Syntax, for example, you guys know I've had it a lot. It's basically $10 a six for me.
That's worth it.
It's like your Budweiser.
Yeah, Budweiser, for example, is climbed up. It's basically $7 a six. High sixes, basically $7. It's high sixes for a 6-pack of Bud.
So why not just pay a couple bucks more and get something 1,000 times better?
Exactly. That's kind of my thing. I'm getting an Imperial Stout, tons more flavor, $10. It's 9 something, depending on what's happening out there, right? It's basically $10. So it's under $10, but it's just under. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, guys, it's bath time for me. It's bath night for me as well.
Okay, man. Yeah, we're almost out of here too. Zach says I like CBS better than KBS. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I like CBS better than KVMM.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
But I'm going to keep watching till you shut it down, and I will see you guys next week on location. Me and Billy D.
Okay, man. Peace out. We'll see you, bub.
All right, guys. See
ya. Yeah, this, I'm telling you, man. I actually like this salted caramel.
Will you shut it down, and I will see you guys.
Oh, look who we got here, man.
Hey, gents.
What's up, baby?
Just checking in just checking in before I got to disappear for work.
Oh, okay. Right on, man.
Yeah, just popping in, say hi. Millions of people on welfare depend on me.
Oh, Jesus.
Millions of people on welfare depend on you, huh?
Well, especially if you're working stiff.
What's with you've got black on black? Are you going to like rob a bank? What's going on, man?
Is that your job?
No, it's skull cap and black t-shirt for work.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm representing.
That's right. That's right. You Carhartt, well represented here, man. That is right.
Oh, and in local Facebook classifieds, someone's got Andre the Giant beer mug for sale for $15.
Oh, you gonna get one?
Not really interested in it, but I just tossed a shout out in the chat for Mark in case he was on.
Oh yeah, Mark was on earlier. He's actually just did a meetup with Bum today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did he go meet Bum or did Bum meet him?
Yeah, he went to meet Bum. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, very cool. Him and his brother and the whole Cinderson family. So,
oh, damn.
Yeah. So Bum was a minority over there amongst Cindersons. Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, a friend of mine, he made he soaked his bratwurst in.
Whoa!
He gave some bratwurst before he put them on his grill a malt liquor bath. Sad to say.
Yeah. Well, because what's going to happen after you do that? You're going to toss out the beverage.
Yep.
So yeah, wine. I mean, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah,
I think that's the only thing that malt liquor would be good for.
yeah, I can see that because at the end of the day, all you're going to do is throw it out.
Yep.
So you're looking for something that's just a little bit above water.
Yep.
And okay, all right.
Got some flavor to it, not
Yeah,
much, but
some whatever you call flavor, sure.
exactly.
Very, very loose definition of flavor. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I decided just pop in real quick before I got to run out the door.
Hey, well, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. And Minnesota is flooding in a lot of places, by the way.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Even here in St. Paul, they got a good sized stretch of Warner and Shepherd Road closed. It's right along the river.
Ooh. Is it getting nasty smelling and everything? A lot of mosquitoes?
No. It's not that. It's just that the river this time of year, it just has a serious, massive current that flows, and there's no because of all the ice melt and the snow melt. I mean, it's just trucking down river. And I've got my own YouTube channel. I got some videos on there that I shot a couple years ago of the flooding, and you'd be rather impressed. There's a couple of guys in a deep V bottom hull boat that had, I think, 250 horse engines on the back, and they were struggling just to try to go upriver. But when they were going downriver, they were going with the current. They were like, like a freaking. You're hauling ass like a freaking rocket.
Wow.
A
horsepower. Try to go up.
Well, be safe at work, brother. Thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I figured what the hell, just pop in, say hi. See you later.
Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yep. See you next week.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Zach's got a breaking news sort of thing right here. Texas Tech over Gonzaga.
Oh, I've got a quick one for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Last night I did a railroad slide presentation using some of my dad's stuff up at the Lake Superior Railroad Museum. Meeting went over very well.
Yeah, I was going to say, because those are some good photos, man.
I had literally brought up like about a dozen slide carousels with me of stuff that he shot. 80 count carousels each.
Wow.
And
a dozen of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is literally a sliver of Dad's collection. And if you know railroads and fallen flags, basically railroads have either merged with others or went bankrupt or got bought out. Dad shot them, and I've got a stack of books I've got to sit down and write one of these days and stop working 40 hours a week or 80 hours a week or whatever the hell my employer gives me.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
That is very cool. That's actually there's a lot of history in that,
there is.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that Dad and I shot. Dad would have shot like back in early 70s. I shot in early 90s that was there. And within like the last 5-10 years, it's gone.
It's pretty amazing, man. A lot of the railroad and trucking share the same sort of fate. Like, the amount of trucking companies has just shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk.
Yeah, you look at all the trucking companies that were around, say in the 1970s. You had PIE, Consolidated Freightways. A friend of mine actually worked for them here in Minnesota. Another local carrier that closed up and pissed off over 2,000 employees was Lakeville Motor Express, and they never got their last check, and so they're going to court over that. And certain other trucking companies over the years. Yeah,
there's been so many, too many to count. But same fate has been with the trains as well.
Yep.
Hey, Joe.
Burlington Northern itself, before merging with Santa Fe, was a merger in 1970 of the Chicago, Burlington, Quincy, and two subsidiaries of the Q were Fort Worth and Denver and Colorado and Southern. And there is also the Great Northern and the Northern Pacific and Spokane, Portland, and Seattle.
What were you going to say, Tom?
In the chat, Zach is bringing up that he wants to send out some glasses on Hangouts.
Oh.
This is some limited glasses he wants to send out to us.
Oh, okay. Cool. How come I'm not seeing that?
In the it's you have a couple Google. It's in the Hangouts.
We've got like the Google the Google Hangouts chat going that's totally separate from the show.
Oh yeah. Okay, I never.
It's in there.
Yeah.
So it's totally separate from like the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I need to. I was just saying that too. I need to go into the Google to the Hangouts. I just there we go. You heard that now, right?
Yep.
Oh,
That's the same chime my phone does.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah.
I'm not sure who started the chat in Hangouts, but that's a nice little option to have, so we can communicate without even going on to the show.
Yeah. Well, there was during the World Series, we were in the Hangouts quite a bit. Chiming in during the World Series. It's nice. We'll probably end up using it more and more. Now that Google Plus is gone.
Yeah, that's good. That'll be gone as of the 1st or 2nd of April. I got an email on that.
April Fools. All right.
Yeah, Zach is saying that Texas Tech upset Gonzaga. Man, that is something. A lot of people were predicting. Some people were predicting at least that Gonzaga would win the whole thing. Man, they were playing so well too, and Texas Tech upset them.
Right.
That is crazy. I've got to.
Well, gents, I got to fly. We'll catch you later.
Thanks, Andrew. See you later, man. Peace out.
Yep.
Later, bro.
Yeah, we're out of here too, man. Yeah. So Zach is saying CBC. Let me see. I have some limited edition. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. The chat will keep going even once I close the show. Yeah. So that'll be cool, and then you can always jump in there as well on camera too, can't you?
On camera?
Yeah, I think you can do like a live thing, a live call.
You can always start a live call from the chat.
Yeah, from that chat, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
If you're in the chat, you press the call or the telephone or the camera. Whoever answers, it'll just pick up.
Yeah,
which is still pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I see more people in there now. Yeah, I never check this darn thing. I need to check it more. I just never do. Just a bad habit.
How do you send invites then?
I send it all right here in the Hangout in this Hangout. Yeah.
Oh! You just never check it after it. You just send it and just.
Yeah. No, it's actually if I were to show you, it just goes into infinity there, so it'd be too hard to see.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't share that part of the screen. Well, let me see. I think I can share my entire screen. So here's my entire screen, but you can see the part that's going into infinity.
Yeah.
This right up here is how I invite people. So I put your name in here like you. See, the minute I start typing Tom in here, and then I scroll down till I see you right here.
Yep.
And then I invite. That's how invites get sent. It's the easiest way for me when you're hosting the show. That's how that goes.
I mean, it is a different ball game when you host a show, right? I mean, you have to do things.
So it's this is where I get the link from right here. This is the link. I copy and paste that. Then I go over here to the other screen and do that. That's how that goes. So yeah, that's all that works. Mute microphone, all these sorts of controls. You have all these controls here. and that's how that works.
It's kind of a bummer on the iPad. You can't see the chat because I know when you're on like a desktop you can see the chat, right? As they're
Yeah.
on. I just get the straight camera. I gotta have my phone on the side to get the chat.
Oh, to get the chat. Oh, yeah, because then, yeah, because you don't see just the chat window like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's this is what I have on my TV over here. If I was able to show you that, that's what I have. I have this 55-inch screen next to me, and this is what you're looking at this from my TV. So I have, my Apple TV is hooked to that TV, and I use that Apple TV. I use that as a whole nother second screen for my computer. So so it makes it nice for my photo editing and so on and so forth. So right over here, I'm literally touching that other TV. So that I have that 55-inch high def screen right there, and that's how I look at. Oh, all right, we'll see you, Bum. Bum chimed in there as well too, and that's how I see the chat. But when I'm editing, I have that all as a big grid of photos, and so I can get a bigger look at my photos, and then I edit on this screen here. It's a whole complicated mess.
It's been a pretty unique show tonight, huh? You started off by yourself.
Yeah, it's not super unusual. Occasionally I've done this, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a super big deal for myself. I can. I have to admit, I was, huh?
You could talk to yourself for hours.
I could talk to a wall.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's seen me do it. There's no denying it. You know what I'm saying? I've been on here by myself for hours.
You do a good job. You should be like a commentator. It's pretty good.
I don't know about that. I appreciate it.
You really should.
I'll take the compliment, but yeah, I just
you know how to keep the crowd going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The statement comes out there. You get that dead spot for a half second, and then boom, Joe comes back. He's ready for the next.
And it's funny too because I get sometimes it can be hard to have a conversation with somebody without almost interviewing them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard, and I can see myself doing that. So sometimes I have to back off, or sometimes I'll be a little too quiet when I'm talking to someone actually in person, because I don't want to be like interviewing them, because I don't want to be like keeping them talking on purpose. But it's hard to turn that off. You know what I'm saying?
You almost have to ask them relatable questions, like a question you can answer first.
Yeah,
a little bit about yourself, and then toss it over to them.
Yeah, it's funny too because I don't really. I don't know. Once I'm done with the show, I do get absolutely tired of talking. Like you could call me afterwards and I'd be like, yeah, dude, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of, you just get like tired of talking. Like you get up for the show, and then after that, you're just like, oh yeah, dude, I'm so done talking. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like when you get home from work, you're like, all right, I just need to chill for a little bit.
Yeah, that sort of thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, similar. Very, very.
My own thing.
Yeah, very, very similar. Very similar. Yeah, it's speaking of, like, if anybody looks at my Instagram, I can pull that up real quick.
Especially trucking. Trucking is not the easiest job in the world.
Oh, please don't even get me started. Yeah, it's
Dude, they got me walking. Guess how many miles I walked yesterday at my job?
How far did you walk?
Like 8 miles.
8 miles, yeah, I believe it.
They had me walking the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
It's good for me though. Lost 6 pounds.
Especially, yeah. See, and this is the thing. Like, people don't realize how much I actually walk. You know why? Because their only vision of you is when you're driving.
Yeah.
But they don't see like all the walking I'm doing. Like I've explained to other people, some of these buildings that I go to are at least 1 million square feet, even bigger than 1 million square feet. Some of these buildings are a little over like a half a mile
Yeah, for
long,
gas complexes.
and you have to. Some of them it's just one place. It's like Walmart. We have the biggest Walmart distribution center in the West, right here on the west side of Phoenix. This place is ginormous. I can go from because there's one part of it that's Sam's Club and the rest of it's just Walmart, but it's all just one big, long, humongous building. And when I drive, I can go from the one far end, which would be the Sam's Club side, and I can go to where the empties are at and log 3 miles in my truck.
Wow.
It's a huge place. And so some of these places, they they literally want you to park on one spot, and you have to walk all the way to receiving or to shipping, and so you're walking so some people are shocked at how many steps. Like I'll do 9 to 10,000 steps in a day, and they're just like, how in the hell are you doing? I'm like, there's a lot of walking, you know what I'm saying? And
see, what people don't realize about steps is steps isn't exactly a foot. You know what I mean? Like steps, 10,000 steps can be 4 miles, 4.5 miles. Like a step doesn't necessarily mean a foot.
right.
Like that's what these apps aren't. That's what these apps.
Oh, one thing I want to hit to before we get out of here, because we're about to get out of here. One thing I want to get to, I'm going to share my Instagram real quick, okay? This is Odeed. For those of you that know Odeed, pop in the show. This is Odeed. He just had to release a remix. Let me get to his.
He's been on the show.
Yeah, Odeed's been on the show. Oh yeah, he was just on the show weeks ago. In any case, go on there. Look for this. Roger Lean, DJ Odeed, man. This is his remix right here, Magic Girl.
Does he look different on the show? I swear he looks.
Possibly. He's lost some weight. We're all a little older. He's been part of the show off and on for ages.
I've heard his name for the longest time.
He's mostly part of the malt liquor community, or at least was.
It might be because I don't know. He's not.
But he's not a super regular. He's mostly known to us old schoolers that, when he did used to kind of pop on regular. He hasn't popped on regular. To him might be a couple times a year. Sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? So, but he just had a remix right now, so check him out. He's a DJ for his actual. That's what he does for a living. He's a DJ. So this is one of his remixes that just hit. You can look him up on iTunes. I have him on my YouTube. But that's his remix. Look him up, man. Just want to give him a little plug. If you happen to be, I think he's out of Bakersfield, California. And this is the post that he did that I got the hop water from right here. Boom.
I gotta find that.
So he posted this, and I was like, "Oh, gotta have it." And so I found it in the beer store. Like I told you, on Instagram, I'll see something, and so then I'll flag it. This right here is the little flag you can do. So I flagged it.
Couldn't you just brew your own hop water? Just boil hops and then infuse it with carbonation?
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, you can brew a lot of stuff. But I don't. He definitely smokes a lot of meat there, baby. So if you're into barbecue, if you're into grilling, he definitely has a lot of meat on here. He definitely does a lot of that. You can see him with the 40s and all that sort of thing. But no, these cool people, man. He's good people. He goes way, way back, as does the chairman with the show. The chairman goes way back with the show as well. But this is, what was I going to share? Ooh, dude. I had this sandwich earlier from a new Italian place that opened down the street. dear God, one of the best spicy Italian sausage sandwiches I've had, and it's all about this bread.
So
This
what was
bread.
it? Sausage, tomatoes, onions?
Yeah, sausage, tomatoes. I mean, no. Sausage, peppers, onions. The most basic of sandwiches, but oh, so good. Everything they make handmade there. The bread is included. I mean, they make the bread there. It is phenomenal. It was one of the best, and it was actually big. It doesn't look that big, but it was actually a damn good size.
The same with like the best meals I've ever had was the minimal ingredients,
Yeah,
high quality ingredients.
yeah.
And it's just, there's nothing better. There really isn't.
$9 for what you saw there. They gave you the little salad there on the side, with olive oil and a nice herbal mixture to it.
Mm.
$9, dude. Best
So-
$9 ever. Easy.
Sounds,
Oh,
sounds Greek to me. Almost sounds like a shawarma, or like a gyro.
yeah, kind of. I mean, I could see that for sure, but those countries are so close together that things really mix in a lot.
Yeah.
But the owner is very, very, very Italian. So
It's like that
they're
Mediterranean twist.
yeah, it's really that whole Mediterranean. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the bread is pita looking, but it's the bread is so good. I'm like, oh, I would like to go over there and just get like a bunch of the bread and just like soak it in that olive oil they've got with all those herbs in it, and just like
Was it the mozzarella and the peppers, the crushed red pepper with the oil, the mozzarella?
yeah, they've got a slightly different herbal mixture going with their olive oil, but oh my God, so good. Uh, Fantastic. I'm so glad that place is close. you know. So, in any case, thanks Tom for jumping in, man. We're out of here. Yeah, Zach says I gotta go. Gotta go to sleep, guys. See you next time. Yeah, we're out of here, man. Thanks,
Hey.
Tom, for jumping in, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
Always good seeing you, man.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. We'll see you, man. Peace out.
Have a good week, man. Later.